I'm not gonna lie whatsoever. I'm very nervous about this because I have no clue what I'm doing, even with all the writing and prep I've done. Okay, so our band of adventurers, the God's Headache, had recently left the city of Ledstor after going on a side quest to rescue one of their allies who had escaped from the grasp. Finding that you're at a bit of a dead end, what with the druids from Dargrill seemingly killing Akasha as she attempted to deliver a letter, you decided to head up towards the forest that was near Mithrilhammer, the name of which I have got too many things. Wait, I've got the thing. I moved the map over here so I could read it myself because I can't remember all the names in my head. Egredlin Home, which also housed the town of Elvengrow. Through your travel on rough terrain, as opposed to through the various roads and going back through Underrug, you end up encountering a rather uneventful trip outside of a small side bit to relax in some bathhouses, looked after by a bathhouse drake, simply known as the Boss. After a few weeks of travel, you arrived in Elvengrow, where you were directed towards the Druid Circle. It was then that you held an audience with the Archdruid, asking questions about protection from dreams, which brought the conversation a bit more towards Room, of which the Archdruid appeared to know some information that you didn't. However, not willing to give up this information freely, he offered you a choice of going on a small adventure to retrieve a circlet to deal with a rampaging mechanical construct, dealing with the construct itself, or simply leaving. With those choices in mind, you decided to take the plunge into finding this circlet. What ended up happening was that another druid took your hands, and in an instant you found yourself in a forest, but not one that you were familiar with. This druid then announced that you were not even on the material plane anymore. Instead, you were on a side plane, the Feywild. And that is where we left off. So, God's Headache. As you all begin to get your bearings, the druid sort of just waits, standing there.
Okay, so let's review. We're not on the same.
How different
place
does
we were.
everything look compared to
Yeah.
like a regular forest?
The trees, like looking at it, it looks very similar, except as you kind of like look at the trees, they are much thicker, much taller. And as you look up, the sky, where it is normally blue, has a distinct green tint to it now. Alongside what looks like, like those really high up clouds that look so like streams and such.
Yep.
You can see some of them, but they're actually kind of like, you look and they are very, very slowly like moving.
Well, I don't think we're in Karmora anymore.
As like a mountain dwarf, would I know about the Feywilds in general?
You would not, no.
Would I have any idea about the Feywild? Because my like mentor teacher lady was kind of a witchy herbalist type, and that's kind of where I have most of my like.
Are you proficient in even nature or history?
Let me see. I think I am proficient in. Let me see. No, it's medicine. I'm religion. I am, but not nature or history.
Unfortunately, no. The Feywild isn't really a religious thing.
Okay. Then yeah, then I'm just looking around. I'm like, Yeah, I think that this is very reminiscent of just like very vibrant, like dreams that he's had. So he's just kind of like looking at everything in really like a lot of detail.
Oh, okay, so are there any differences between this and where we came from that we should know? Um,
There are many, but we should probably head to... I'd like to say a safe area, but nowhere in the Feywild's really safe. But a spot which I know that I will be safe while I wait for you to return. Follow me, please. He begins walking off in a... It's difficult because... Especially for Gratian. Like, Gratian, you've spent a lot of your time in forest and such. You know your way around them. Even though, like, the terrain is the same, so it's... so it won't be a hindrance. You find yourself distorted. You're finding that as you're trying to, like, build a mental map, it kind of just keeps falling apart.
When you say moving, do you mean like wind blowing, or are trees like swirling like a Vincent Van Gogh painting?
Well, no. Like it's still like cloud trails up in the sky that are moving, but they are like you have to look at it, and it like is a full minute before you actually notice the movement.
Yeah, it's like when you're staring at clouds and you're like,
Okay,
the clouds, like,
okay.
is it windy enough that the clouds are moving? And then you kind of stare for a second, and you really have to focus, and then you can see that they're...
all right.
Yeah, there is no substantial amount of wind that's blowing. These appear to be moving under their own power or something.
Okay.
You're not too sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that is the case, do we see anything like of interest or note while he's taking us?
Make
to
a perception
place?
check. 11. Outside of the trees and the coloration of the sky, it seems quite a bit like, a regular forest. The only thing that you do notice, which doesn't require high perception for, is there's a lot more wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really look out this way or that without seeing like an elk or a wild boar and such in the distance, because they are terrified of these newcomers. But there's a lot of game here.
Okay.
Is it like the normal terrestrial natural game? So like, is it like deer and rabbit and that sort of thing, or is it?
It seems so, yeah.
Because Trothnar's trying to desperately figure out. He thinks he's just in a really lush part of the forest. I don't think he hasn't realized anything's changed.
Well, they literally said we're in the Feywild.
And we did teleport, like we did. A thing happened.
Yeah, like your vision did go dark for a second, and you felt yourself being pulled through something, and then when you opened your eyes again, you were here.
The fact that he's on a whole.
I love the idea that Trotnar doesn't understand though, that he's like,
he's a Feywild denier.
Like, what happened? It's the Feywild doesn't exist.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't know what the fuck the Feywild is.
I love that. That's pretty great.
All right.
The Feywild does not exist as far as the dwarves are concerned, because they've never had to know about it.
Okay, so you follow the druid for about 10 minutes. The trees begin to get like very close together. You do have to sort of like occasionally squeeze through a few bits, which is difficult for some of the more broader individuals. But eventually you start to hear the sound of running water. And the trees just suddenly open up into a clearing. You can see there's a small stream with a small, not like a particularly big waterfall, but you can see there's, it's kind of the small clearing with the streams, and then the trees start over again. In fact, you can see one that's now like situated dangerously close to the edge, its roots hanging over. What you actually notice is a cave opening. The druid continues walking, sort of climbs up a few of the rocks, brushes some of the roots away, and heads into the cave. What are the rest of you doing?
I'll go follow.
Yeah, head inside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Into the
So
cave we
as
go.
you enter the cave, you can see it widens out quite suddenly. It becomes this almost like a small hut, almost. You can see there's various apparatus. There's a fire pit that's clearly there, which you can see the druid at this point is starting to light. Yes, Trafna?
I was gonna say, can I do? I'm guessing I can't do stone cunning on the wall of the cave, right? Or on the apparatus in the cave.
Well, the apparatus aren't stone. It's like cowrie or a few mining tools and everything.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
I'm gonna assume that you've been here before.
Yes, this is a I guess it's a small safe haven. We have some protection from the elements, and we have, shall we say, someone that you actually can trust, an exception to the Archdruid's advice, to prevent anything that may be a wild creature from getting in.
I see then. And it isn't you, by any chance?
No. I'm quite capable in combat. However, I would not have the ability to defend this place should many of the creatures here show up. I'll introduce him to you once we have dealt with the pleasantries.
Of course.
If anything, you might need his help anyway for getting back, as I'm sure you might have gotten the feel. The Feywild likes to twist and turn, shall we say.
Yes, it's
That
very
explains-
reminiscent of when you are sleeping and suddenly you're in a different place and you don't know why.
Well, that's unsurprising. There are a few creatures here in the Feywild that are actually involved with dreams themselves. And he raised his hand up before you even open your mouth laugh. Do not approach these people. Oftentimes, if a person dreams in the Feywild, they are a lot more malicious.
Interesting.
Wait, doesn't that mean if we sleep, we could be attacked?
You can always be attacked in the Feywild. Be it from wild creatures, be it
Sure.
from tricksters, be it from the Feylords, be it from an Archfey.
Lords and Archfey?
That would get into the politics of the Feywild, which, if you believe that Johan's politics are complicated, they are like children squabbling over a toy brick in comparison to the Feywild's politics.
Right.
Since I have studied
Interesting.
Sylvian, would I know anything about these politics?
Are you proficient in history?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead and make a history check.
Nerd.
Nemesis is now a Pokemon trainer. She's proficient in Sylveon.
Fucking,
12.
fucking, is that what I said?
Yes.
God, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Oh my God, Sylveon.
Even though you've studied the language of Fey, you never really got much further beyond it.
Okay.
Predominantly, it was one of those languages where it's like, pick a language to study, and you're like, okay, fuck it, this sounds cool, Fays.
It sounds pretty. All the other languages sound ugly.
Especially when you
That
had
was
choices
Nemesis
of, like,
thing.
especially when you had things like abyssal or primordial.
Yeah. I mean,
Which is, funnily enough, what her brother said.
Speaking in tongues.
So, at this point, you can see, like, he's got the fire running, and you can see he's taken his staff and begins sort of, like, scraping into the ground various icons and such.
Oh God. Okay. I just imagine like the scraping sound.
It's into mud, so it's not making
Okay.
much. It's not making much of a noise. But
I
what-
was like straighten a rock, and I was like, ah.
No. But what he does do is, let me just see, do I have it? I have it, but I didn't save it correctly, so I need to just quickly resave it. So just keep a second while I resave it in the thing that I was meant to save it in. I thought I had it saved, but nope. There we go. Now it's saying I did save.
I'm just in the corner of this cave or whatever, making Akasha, because she's a cat right now. I turned her into a cat before we came here.
Yep.
And I'm making her do the Cheshire cat thing when she like comes into existence. And she just eyes and she comes out.
Okay, so when he finishes, he beckons you towards like this little patch. Best that we can theorize here is the outlying areas, at least from what it was the last time I was here. I can't guarantee it remained the same. I've thrown that in campaign notes.
Oh my god. Okay, so where are we in...
So we are here, right in the middle.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
It's quite an open area.
Well, I didn't want to clutter it with many drawings of trees. In case you haven't noticed, we're in a very large forest.
So
Indeed,
funny.
we are.
Okay.
I do notice
Let's
that.
come back.
I do notice though those markings around a certain part of the trees. Is that like a boundary of sorts?
No, it is, these four areas have been given nicknames, shall we say, except the northwestern parts of the map. From the very north is what we call the supping trees. We believe, well, we don't believe, we know it is a plant nursery where they typically grow and go off to God knows where in the forest. While many of the smaller trees there may be docile and potentially even friendly, there are guardians there. And
Wait.
You mean the
Are you
forest
saying...
is the
I-
population?
Yes.
in
You're
a
saying
way,
they're alive?
not all trees, but this is why we...
Yeah, Phyllis like looks at a tree, or I know we're in a cave, I guess. Shit. Never mind.
Most
Think
trees...
about the fact that he like pulled a
outside,
leaf
he's like,
off
"Are
a
they
tree
watching
earlier,
us?"
Several,
and then like. Yeah.
several trees are, and those are those. However, some of them do move. I mean, all trees are alive. It just depends on how alive are we talking. Are we talking the trees that
I
we all
mean,
know, or ones...
Do they have a sense of self?
All trees do.
Oh my god, fucking druids.
Are they sentient? Can I hold
yes,
a
but-
conversation with it?
Normally, do they walk around? Do they have conversations?
A handful can walk around. You would know them as treants.
But not
Oh
all
my
trees.
God.
Not
can
all
walk
Do
trees.
they
around
take
and-
their kids to the park?
No, they don't.
And this is a nursery.
Yes,
Interesting.
it is. It appears to be that when a tree wishes to have new offspring grow, they migrate to the supping pools. They leave their various seeds and then leave. Oftentimes it can take decades due to how they move. Some a matter of minutes. Anyway,
I just turned to Nemesis. I'm afraid of the trees now.
do not deliberately harm the trees, and you should be fine. Most of these trees have long since given up their ability for movement to simply be.
Right. Where in this mess would be, I suppose, our target?
I was getting to that. I think it's important to tell you the outlying area, however, to make sure you don't go in a bad spot, or at least, if you do get lost, to have an idea of where you've gone. He points to the bit on the right side of the map. This is the Misty Rivers. We don't know much about it, outside of it is covered in a thick fog. Everything becomes muted and difficult to see. We've only explored the outer skirts, as anyone that goes in does not come out. He points to the bit on the top left. This is the forest of Arasler. It's a forest ruled by beings known as pixies. Arguably, it is the least dangerous thing on the map, mostly just because of the mountain range that surrounds it. Though that doesn't say much, as you could spend an age trapped by their tricks and pranks, or even perish, as some of our clans have. And this just points to the line at the very bottom. This is what we call the Lorach Smudge. It is a corrupted ley line. We don't know much.
Corrupted.
Yes. The Feywild is a place of pure magic, and oftentimes they go through ley lines. This one has become corrupted somehow, resulting in some rather grotesque creatures and the area around it dying. We don't know why it's done that, however, it's probably best we leave that to the Archfays.
Right, and these archfays, are they the leaders?
More second in command.
All right.
There are...
So I suppose that would mean we won't come into contact with them. Unless we're extremely, extremely unlucky.
The Feywild do not work in the way of lords and kings. They may freely go through the various areas, even other Fey lords. The Fey lords would never go against them, as they, in terms of power, are significantly weaker. I guess you could... The closest you could probably get is a demigod for an archfey.
Is that right?
All right. Good to know. I'm assuming that these lines that are kind of in the middle are like pathways.
Oh, those. No, these are rivers.
Rivers. Okay.
If there is...
Oh god.
If there is one thing that I would most certainly advise, is avoid ponds like a plague.
But what
Are
if
we allowed to
Trothnor
drink
finally
from
wants to have a
these?
bath?
Hey, I had a bath last episode. Leave me alone.
Another one. Maybe he's getting into the habit of it.
The rivers should be safe
Don't get
to...
crazy.
The rivers should be safe to wash in. The ponds may have creatures that are not very, shall we say, receptive of mortals.
Is something going to come out and drown us?
That is a very real possibility, yes.
Rip.
Alright, stay away from ponds. We can bathe in the river, but again, can we drink from these things? Is it going to poison us or give us hallucinations?
We have spent many a month, many a year, drinking the water here. It does not seem to be contaminated in any way, though obviously I would say you put your common sense logic to drinkable water into this as well.
So boil it, make some tea.
Potentially. You'll find the water a lot more purer than it is in the material plane. Now, the real bit, your quarry. What you're looking for is a circlet. It looks more like a crown than an actual circlet, with 3 prongs sticking up on it. On one of these prongs will be the neck and head of a dragon.
as we type. Neck and head of a dragon, like on the circlet or something
Wrapped around one of the prongs. It could be any one of them. Now, in regard to its location, depending on how much the Feywild has moved since the Archdruid last saw it, he saw it go for a tear in the plains. He spied a crimson forest. This crimson forest we saw is to the southeast, roughly, at least the last we saw. So between the corrupted ley line and the Misty Rivers.
Oh boy. The corrupted place and the place that people never come back from.
Yep. Sick.
When you say crimson, do you mean something like fall colors?
More vibrant red.
Alright. Just like collecting all this information. And the creature that I know that you mentioned, would that give us trouble?
What creature? I might have already forgotten because I'm just running everything through my
They
head here.
said that there was this
There are corrupted.
mechanical creature.
That was in.
that-
That was in.
That's
No,
in the
that
material
one's in the
plane.
material plane.
Yeah.
And-
We need
You're getting the
the
circuit
crown
to see.
is
Okay.
used to
Yep.
control it, but we need.
So
But we're.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't have any effect in the Feywild if we
No.
were looking for it. Okay.
No, you have to physically be within a mile of it for the
All
effects
right,
of the
yeah.
crown to actually work. Which means you will be able to attune to it safely in the Feywild.
And we shouldn't use it like indefinitely because it'll fuck us up. I remember
Yeah.
this.
Well, as I said, so long as you are further than a mile away from the construct, the crown will not drain upon your life force. It will not activate. So you will be able to attune to it safely, and you will need to attune to it. Just be sure you don't have it on when you return, just in case.
Alright.
Of course.
Do you know the creatures that might be in this Crimson Forest?
Unfortunately, no. None of us have ventured there, given its positioning.
Have you seen anything come out of these corrupted ley lines?
Yes, normal creatures of the Fae, but obviously corrupted.
Do you think that would be in the Crimson Forest since it's so close by?
I don't know. I don't know where the ley line leads beyond that part.
Alright. I'm getting any information I can.
So we're looking for a dead area that leads to a crimson forest, and should not venture any further if we start to see thick fog and mist.
If you do go by the eastern route through the Misty Rivers, be sure you get off very quickly. Once the fog begins to surround you to the point where you can hardly see your own hand in front of your face, it is probably going to be too late.
Understood.
Alright, let's see, what do I have? Delson, you were complaining last session about how you always have pen and paper.
Yeah.
Copy down this map.
I'm back.
I will. You got it. I shall start to copy the map.
Alright. Man, I think I think that's it. Like, if we're all set to go out, or if anyone else has any questions.
Well, we
Alright.
still have to meet the guardian in this area.
Yes, and actually, he will be rather helpful in getting you back to us in case the Feywild shifts once more. Follow me, please. He kind of like leads you out of the cave. You kind of like stand near the tree. He says, "Wait here. Do not be alarmed." He sort of like climbs up towards a tree, towards the cave. Looks up at the tree and says, "Odd, odd." He like reaches forward to a small bit of the root and like tugs it. You hear it snap, and you watch as the entire tree like twitch.
Oh my god.
As it does, you watch as the roots sort of pull inwards. Some of the branches like sort of drop downwards. You just hear. You watch as like some like the knots on the bark like open up, having an odd resemblance of a face, and you realize that this tree is very much alive. It sort of like leans forward a bit and looks down and looks at the druid before you hear it say, "Reshna, to what do I owe this meeting?" And you watch as the Ents basically look up. "Who are these people?" The druid, Leshna, says, "These are friends of the clan who are going to be on an adventure, shall we say, to deal with a problem I told you about years past." "Hardly know." Just kind of looks up at you all. "Very well." You sort of like see him lean back and his eyes close. You also Leshna like grabs one of the roots and like pulls another small bit of it back, which jolts him away. "Odd, with respect, these individuals will get lost in the Feywild. If you could give some aid in the form of maybe your various seeds." You see him like shake a few times, and you watch as a cascade of like, they almost look like acorns almost, sort of begin to drop down. You see like a few nearly hit Leshna, but he casts a gust cantrip to brush him away. And then Odd just says, "And one more thing, Odd. I've noticed a lot more game around here. Tell me, is the Lord of the Hunt nearby?"
Fuck him.
My roots tell me that a lord passed through not 2 days ago. I do not know which direction.
Right, well, that's good. We would be in a lot more trouble if he was still here. He turns around to face all of you. Gather up these seeds. If you plant one, they will grow quickly, and you simply follow the first leaf.
Alright.
At this point, you can see Odd sort of like lean back in his hole. He's seemingly going back to sleep.
Of course, I look to him. I thank you for this.
No
Was
response. He's asleep.
Wow, okay. So we just take like these seeds? Is that what they were?
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
just like mage hand one into my.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a large amount of them. So you are able to grab. I'll just roll it. I'll roll a D100 here. I get to use a D100 for the first time. Yay! You're able to grab about 25 of them. Unfortunately, because he didn't, put much effort into placing down, a lot of them have, like, gone into little nuts and crags or have been washed away by the river.
Yeah, he just was like that. He has a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
All
obviously
right,
he's
so
sitting
how
on.
many are we all carrying?
Well, hold on. How many are there again?
You're able to grab about
25.
25 of them.
25. Okay. So then we each get 3 and one gets 4.
I think Gratian should have 4.
Right.
Yeah.
He's our nature man. He gets 4.
Wait. No, because there's only 7 of us in here.
No, that's right. I did the math. Don't fucking do that. Like, I get so confused. I know that I'm right, okay? I did it with 7. Don't toy with me.
Yep. Gratian's right. 21.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Alright.
So that would mean that 4
Well,
would
it
get
still means.
4.
Yeah. That still means that there's 4 extra.
Mm-hmm.
We could always put the 4 extra in one of the bag of holdings, or we could put 2 in each.
That's true.
Although the problem is that if we put them in the bag of holding, we'll forget about them, and then I don't want the repercussions of these seeds being in the normal world.
See, I kind
Nope,
of
that's the best part about it. We'll put
Yeah,
them in the
I
bag.
don't
That's the
care,
reason
and
we're gonna put them in the
also-
bag. Thank you,
That's-
Yeah,
Troutner.
we're gonna put them in the bag.
If you're the
Put them in my
one
bag
that's
of
very
holding,
Fey
okay?
concerned
wild
about it,
seeds
it's your
in
job to remember it.
the store will only go well.
Well, we want an orchard. We're gonna have an orchard at the manor.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
apple trees that can pick
A
themselves.
dangerous
Oh.
game.
Yes, add
What
them
do you
in
want
my
us to
bag.
call these, Tick? In our inventories.
Call them marker seeds.
So, wait, so
Markers.
how many do we get each?
3.
3 each, okay.
And then the 4, there's 2 going in each bag.
Right. That way, if we lose one of you guys, we'll always have the other bag there.
Yeah, and they are just like things that we were supposed to follow the seeds, or follow the first leaf, is what the instructions were.
Marker seeds?
Yep.
No, I'm asking for Dirt Child.
No.
Like,
Exactly how you would spell marker and seeds.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. Yeah, there's nothing fancy about the naming convention for these things. It is literally marker seeds.
It's not like we're calling a surgeon a shushusion. Yes, I'm still caught up on that one.
It's all the English. That's what they do.
Wow, marker seeds. They grow Copic markers. They're very expensive. Oh wait, they only fruit greens. Never mind.
You'll find that
Okay,
those
yeah.
seeds will grow within about 10 minutes, and that's when the first leaf will show up. Obviously, if you're able to find your way back to me without them, then all the better.
Does anybody have any rope or string?
I don't think that'll help us here, trust me. It'll
Yeah.
be like dropping crumbs to like find the way and then animals eat them.
Hmm.
Like that's
Yeah,
what that will be.
I was just thinking we could tie a tiny piece of string onto our little marker seeds once they've grown. That way we know which ones we're seeing when we're coming back.
what?
I think we're supposed to plant them on the way back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the
We
way.
plant them, and then they will tell us which way to go. That's what they do.
It's basically a compass.
Yes, except they point towards Odd.
Yes,
Alright,
tree.
yep.
That who gave us.
Wait,
that.
are
It's
these
pretty
like
cool.
are these like his children? Is that it? Like...
It's his no. You would need an egg as well. This is just his semen. It's
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
We
god!
have tracking
Seeds,
semen.
yeah.
Okay.
God damn it.
Yeah, so all right, then should we get a better look at our environment? Would anybody like to go and see what we can see from the sky?
I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I can take
He grabs the lesbians. Let's go, lesbians.
Yes, I can take all
I'll
three of
go
us.
as well.
All right,
Only
awesome.
okay, I can all three of you can go then.
All
yep.
right.
Yes. And so put your hands in.
Like a team circle.
Yeah, and then I go,
Yeah, all
"And
right.
God's headache." And I cast fly on everybody. On you three at least, not on myself.
Oh my god. All
And so
right.
yeah. So go up and check out what you can see. And then and
Alright.
also saying, "Show me the world." I'll show you the world.
I can show
All right,
you
that's
the
all right. That's a
world.
fifth level spell. I was just there, like, wait, but if it's a higher level, then
Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
gonna do it on myself, but the three of them can go.
All right.
okay. So, you have flight.
All right. I'm gonna fucking.
Also, you only have 10 minutes, so don't dilly-dally.
I'm just gonna do what
you...
I usually do when I'm flying because I'm used to it, and I'll just shoot up to try and like see the area around.
Before
Yep.
she shoots up, can I at least try to hold Nemesis's hand because Fortune does not do flying?
She would go, no, fuck you.
Oh.
She's still mad at you.
Yep.
You still have not had your talk.
Okay, so you shoot upwards above the trees, and so eventually the other two catch up, not being too familiar with the concept of flight. And you are now above the treetop. So, I would like the three of you to separately make a perception check.
Okay.
Not I.
Yes,
Nice.
Nem!
Nice. Yes, queen.
Fucking.
No, wait.
That's
no.
performance.
He attempts. You watch as Elson attempts like to do a backflip in the air, which works well, but it distracts him a bit. Delson, you
that
see
definitely
trees.
sounds like Delson.
Delson, you see trees.
Yeah, Delson just starts going, I'm on top
I
of
see
the
a tree
world.
that's slightly bigger than the rest.
Fortune,
Oh,
with
wait,
that perception of
oh,
14,
wait. I think that's on
you
the
can
slide.
see there's a lot of trees as well, but you can see a few patches. Nemesis, with that natural 20, it's just at the edge of your vision, but looking around, you can see like almost like a fog bank far in the distance, which you assume because you don't know which way is north. Is Missy Rivers, and you do spot the mountain range far in the distance.
I'm unsure if you're making fun of me or Nem.
Yes.
Can I see it?
Alright.
No. But yeah, so you can see, and roughly, because you rolled a natural 20, it's roughly a 1 or 2 day trip to either one of them.
Okay, can I see any of like the crimson colors or?
You cannot know.
Okay. That must mean that it's more far off, I guess. Do I see anything interesting, like possible like settlements?
You don't see any settlements, though, as you kind of like scanning the horizon. You do watch as one of the treetops just sort of like inch forward a little bit. Far to the north of everything, but you see like it
Okay.
start to like move slightly. Very slowly, but it's moving.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and sweep down to relay this information to them.
Alright.
Yeah, let's just follow her down, because I don't want to fall from great
Down we
height.
go.
Alright. Well, I can see the mist from here. It looks to be about a day, 2 days of travel, depending on how quickly we can move.
That is closer than it was the last
Obviously.
time I was here.
Do you think it would sweep in?
No, it tends not to go any further than the mouth of the river, which means either whatever's causing it is pushed it inwards, or simply that the area around us has shifted closer.
Answer me this. Which one of those two options is scarier?
I think it just sweeping in is scarier to me.
Yeah.
I would... Both are quite scary. For one, if whatever it is that is causing this is sweeping it in, that means it's claiming more ground. If the Feywild's twisted in, that means that the Lords, the Archfey, hells, even maybe Queen Titania have played a part in this.
Who?
Queen Titania?
You can consider her the ruler of the Feywild.
Right. Well, I suppose whatever's going on here, we should make it as quick as possible to get out.
Yes, especially since one thing that was not mentioned is time in the Feywild is odd, shall we say. We could spend 3 days here and come back and find out a full month has passed.
Then I suppose even if we were to get back here, the time that it takes to travel there and back be a month and a half.
That's if time is not kind to us. When I last came here 4 years ago, I spent about a week here. In that, only 5 minutes had passed in the material plane.
So it's random.
Yes.
Oh dear. All right. Fun. Everything's upside down and moving, and you don't know where anything is.
Is that anything like that dunamancy you've been working with, Delson?
I don't. It does not sound like it. Sounds
you've
more
met- I
like
know-
the rules and laws of what binds together this place. Change upon a whim.
It would not surprise me if this dunamancy was born from the chaos that is the Feywild. But at the same time, I could not confirm it. The Feywild is, putting it very bluntly, really weird shit.
Really weird shit. Yeah.
Our favorite guy, you know, I forget his name. Kimbany. Spring Kimbany.
I feel like he's crazy enough.
But isn't it a crazy mind that can undecipher the insane? Or decipher? What am I saying? Where are we?
We'll be fine with your ever insightful nature, Valak.
Yeah,
She
he's having a
pats
moment
him
right now.
on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Feywild's regional effects are getting to him. Oh!
No, this whole
mean,
time
he
he's been here,
already-
he's been like really
Yeah.
out of it because it's like, this is how he feels when he's like doing his dream bullshit. Is he kind of feels like this place, and it's just overwhelming. So he's kind of just like tripping really hard, I guess. I'm not sure.
Alright. So, if that's the case, then we should head out as soon as possible, considering that we don't know how time will affect us.
Agreed.
While we move, I have a couple things we could do. Options, perhaps.
And
I
that would
could-
be?
speak to some of the animals we've been seeing. I know we were told not to trust anything here, but could be useful and insightful. Maybe the closer we
Honestly,
get, it could be more useful.
I would be a bit surprised if they didn't just speak common.
Oh,
They don't.
that's true.
Trust me.
Oh, perhaps not. But yes, I could cast Speak with Animals, but I could also, depending on what we'd want to find, I could cast Locate Animals or Plants as well. I know Gratian was, we were speaking earlier about perhaps tracking down some kern root or
No, we are.
or anything really, you know.
Why?
I am trained somewhat in herbalism. Is there anything that I might just have knowledge of? I know I'm not trained in nature and stuff, but I have herbalism kit proficiency. You know, I do have some idea about like plants
Go
and
ahead and
things.
make it just a straight nature check.
Sure. Did that go in? Oh, just a normal roll.
I
16. Just for like
suppose-
what might exist in the Feywild and what like weird plants and stuff that would be interesting to collect.
So looking around, you do see a handful of like flowers and plants that appear to be the same as they are in the in the normal plane. There's some that look incredibly weird. Like you can see, so like near and around Odd's root. So a lot of them have been crushed from him waking up and then sitting back down. It almost looks like a flower with a light bulb in it, with a weird sort of like black, like the middle part of it's just like pure black and such. You have no clue what it is.
What it is, I'm mostly because I want to cast like if it's something specific that I know about. I'm not necessarily looking for anything in my immediate environment, but I want to. If I know about something, like maybe I read it in a book and I heard about it, and I want to be able to find that if it's something that's really rare, right? Like I don't want to go searching for it because that's a big waste of time.
Mhm.
But if we're traveling from one place to another, I can cast this spell every like 10 minutes while we're walking and look for weird shit. And then also maybe the Speak with Animals thing, but
Yeah,
I think, like,
yeah.
yeah, you could probably like search for plants and stuff along the way. I just don't know how helpful the animals will be because I'm thinking of like when you try to talk to bugs on a wall and it's like, well, they have an intelligence of like -5. What
Mhm.
information are they gonna give you, especially in the Feywild?
True.
But like plants, we could find some like really cool shit
Mm-hmm.
just like as we're traveling along.
Besides,
We don't even have to. I know that like coming up with some random nonsense would be insane, and so I don't actually really want to know what it does or if it's anything. But yeah, so if is there like this white plant with a bulb?
Yeah, like you see that there because there's one that's next to Odd's roots.
Sure, I'm just gonna start like picking these while we're walking. You know, I'll look for them, and I find them interesting, and so I'm gonna just like collect these little flowers while we're traveling and put them in a bag.
Okay.
All right, then we're gonna start traveling.
Yep.
All right. Which
Actually, we could use
direction
this
are you
fun
heading then?
I wouldn't want to head straight into the mist. I'd want to go like southeast because that's where it seems to be.
Mm-hmm.
That way we're not just directly walking into the mist that people don't come out of.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we'll start traveling in a southeastern direction.
All right.
Is it bad? I literally imagining like the little Emperor's New Groove, like stick figures in the map.
All right. Leshna does like speak up before you go. I will remain here for, I would say, 2 weeks. If you don't come back before then, I will assume that you have all died, and we'll simply return back to the material plane.
Just leave us. All right.
If you don't mind, do you? My friends have been trying to teach me to be more considerate. if we do need to speak to you, do you mind if I message you and speak to you in your mind?
You're referring to the sending spell, yes?
Yes. I know I've done it sometimes, and people find it off-putting. And then I'm just gonna again, not even realizing what I'm doing, just start speaking with him just telepathically right now, and like this. They find that very disturbing.
Unless it's an emergency, I would rather you not send any messages to me at night. While I don't need to sleep, I do need to meditate. But yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I take it that social skills weren't part of like the school curriculum for
The school
Goliaths and
curriculum that I
Platinum
didn't go to because I was a child who went and worked in a mine
Well,
with
yeah,
my
exactly,
family.
yeah, exactly.
The effects of child labor.
And then eventually I threw a fit, got my family fired, and then went and left and lived in the mountains for 20 years.
And there
Yeah.
you found evil Jesus. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get traveling. I know that you told Gratian that he can't really make like his little mental map thingy.
Yeah, so
But-
he's still it isn't, even though it's very like rough, heavy vegetation, his favorite terrain thing still allows it to not be classed as that while traveling.
Okay.
But due to how the Feywild is constantly shifting and distorting, he can potentially get lost.
Okay. So I was going to ask, have things changed to a noticeable extent in this forest, like as we're trying to walk back?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
$14. It's difficult to tell. You swear that gap that you squeezed to a minute ago was a lot more cramped when you came through, but you're not too sure.
Okay.
I would
Alright.
say with that roll, it definitely feels different, though you're not too sure if that's a trick in your head or if it actually is a case of shit's moved.
I just imagine like having a bad case of motion sickness for no reason. Like,
Yeah, like you just get vertigo
Shit.
sometimes, like your inner ear
Yeah.
wouldn't really work very well. And like I like the idea, like earlier I was imagining when you're in a dream and then you're in one place and you're doing stuff and then you kind of turn around and then you're in a different place and you're doing something different, but
yeah.
those two ideas get connected in your brain somehow and you don't know how or why.
Yeah, but you do know, obviously, when you search through the bit, you did see like the odd tree sort of like shifting slightly to the north. So you can't entirely knock the idea that it's still the same, out the window with that.
Okay. Alright, let's get walking. Let's travel.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
what's the marching order?
I'll be at the back.
Wow, pussy. I'll be at front.
I'll
I'm just like desperately waiting for this bad trip to end. Thank you.
I'll be next to Tropnar, just in front of him.
I'll be somewhere in the middle.
I'll be like second, I guess.
Lesbians up front. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that means
Call it an
I'm
L guard.
Okay. And Gratian, where are you in the marching order?
He'll probably be good, like right in front of me.
Oh, he's still on BRB, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say for the sake of it then that he's in the middle.
Yeah,
with-
just like in
with
front of
his
me,
elf bro.
behind Delson.
Super elf. Bro,
Yeah.
super
Okay, if that is the case, then I want a perception check and survival check from either Nemesis or Fortune. One of you do one of them, basically, and the other one do the
I
other.
will do survival check.
Alright, so the other one was perception.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
I love that. I move my thing and it's just no, and then I look at my roll and it's an 8.
Okay. So, you continue traveling for about 2 hours. Everything seems to be fine. the because they're 22, you don't end up getting lost.
Yay.
That's so nice of you. Thank you.
I'm so glad I read that book.
Nerd.
How to survive.
Okay. So as you start to approach the third hour, you notice that because with the direction that you're at, let me just quickly look at the map again, just for my own point of reference, because I've got so many things that I'm looking at here. Okay. You see another smaller stream as you approach. It kind of branches out slightly. It sort of like comes up to alongside you, and it branches out in two directions. One going a bit more northish, so that would take you straight east, or another one going southeast still. And you can see the trees have now gone a lot more denser, so you can either follow the stream on either one of its bits, or continue as you are through the dense forest.
Can I look at the map?
Well, the stream river thing heads like towards the mist, which I said that like I didn't want to go directly to.
This is a smaller stream that's not on the map. It appears that that the one that's drawn there is like a big stream. This is like, one where your foot could just dam the stream almost.
Okay.
And and you can see that it sort of like splits off. One goes in a just straight easterly direction, one goes in a more southerly direction, or you can keep going straight through the woods.
I think the stream's a good reference point. Why don't we go like down south?
Yeah, the southern.
Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah, the southern-eastern one sounds good.
Okay. So, if that's the case, again, for the two in the front, make your choice of survival or perception.
I'm keeping up with survival. You keep
Yeah.
perception.
Can I give Nemesis inspiration?
Sure.
Dang it.
Yeah, Missy.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to use a scroll too, but I guess that's fine. Oh, we'll wait for that.
That was,
Okay.
She just
Yeah.
used a blind bitch juice. Is that what it would be this time?
That would seem to be the case in
Does
this one.
he have advantage this time? Because
Nope.
the roll didn't pop up until after he said it?
It's
Or
not
at least I didn't see it
advantage.
pop up.
It's not
I mean-
advantage. You'd be able to roll a d.
Not being able to use your eyes correctly, would that fall within the parameters of dumb bitch juice usage?
so she would get to roll an extra d8 if she
so desires to.
about juices.
Doesn't the inspiration
Sure.
die only last for about 10 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
that
an
brings it to a
11.
score of 11. Okay. So, you continue walking. God damn it, there goes the sunlight again, making me all bright and
I wish I could see Tick more. I never get to see Tick. It never works for me. It makes me sad.
You get to see me on
If
the
it makes you
YouTube.
feel better, I put the screenshot of him being unholy white in the general chat.
And then she
I'm not
drew
sure that
over
strictly
it.
counts as seeing Tick.
And then
What?
she drew over it.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
I did not draw over it, but I will post that in art stuff, I guess.
That's like saying, "Hey, here's a picture of me," and I drew a stick figure with a shirt saying, "Hi, my name is Bibby."
Yes, is that Tick? I can't tell. That looks like Jesus to me.
Jesus.
That looks like the Holy Spirit.
And you act like those aren't one and the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the point. He's the sky god whom we ask questions to
He is
occasionally.
the god whom we give a headache to.
Okay, so
Probably accurate. Yeah.
you follow the stream for the next 2 hours. Because you're following the stream, it's a little bit faster paced, so you do make a little bit more progress than you were doing before. Let me just click on these bits here. Okay, so you follow it for about another 2 hours, and as it does, you come to a clearing. You can see in this clearing there is what appears to be a large pond with a multitude of flowers surrounding it.
What? Sorry, could you say that
A
again?
large pond
with a multitude of flowers surrounding it.
Hey, look, a pond.
Weren't we told to avoid those?
Yes,
Were
we
we?
were. We were.
It's a fucking pond, lass.
It is very pretty.
What's the worst thing that could be in a pond? Really?
Did you guys
lot
just
of
not
things.
listen to the whole thing about something? could
Yes.
very likely
You
drown us?
know, Delson,
But what could it really be? Aren't you at least the smallest amount of curious about what it could be?
fucking. I
Valid.
am going to go towards the pond as they're babbling because fuck you, chaotic nem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with her because
Alright.
I think this whole Feywild thing is bullshit and this is an all pond.
Yeah, he just thinks he's on drugs right now.
Yeah, I
Alright.
Genuinely.
He's like, this is a very vivid trip, guys.
Krofnar legitimately thinks that they were all knocked out by the druids and spiked with.
There's always one guy who thinks he's on
Mind-altering
drugs
drugs.
the
Yeah.
entire time that he's in the Feywild. There's always one.
All right.
So as you approach
I'm
the
going
pond,
to.
God damn it!
yeah. So as you approach the pond, you can see there's a multitude of flowers. The water in the pond is very still.
Can
Nah,
I
Misty, what are you
look
doing?
at my reflection like Narcissus style?
Can I roll
You
insight?
mean, no, sorry, your name is Nemesis. I know it's like the same person, but.
Okay, roll insight for what?
Can I roll insight on a pond, please?
No, you can't because it's a fucking pond.
All right, I'm gonna like tap it like with my finger. See if
Okay.
it like ripples.
Yeah, it ripples.
Where'd that go?
Okay.
Where's Strognar?
Nothing.
Yeah, me
happened.
and Delson are like, I'm like trying to convince you that it's fine, and then
Yeah.
we turn around and they're gone. I'm like, oh, it looks like they decided to go on without us.
All right, then
Oh.
I guess I'm gonna fucking stick my hand in this thing.
Can I go try and pull her away from the
Oh
pond?
my god.
I would say at this point, since you weren't following it, you get to her as she dipped her hand into the pond.
Yeah. All right.
I just want to try and yank her away from the pond.
Nothing happens.
That's
See?
worse than
Fortune.
something happens. God
It's
damn
just a
it.
pond.
What are you so concerned about, Fortune?
I'm concerned about you.
Oh no,
Oh,
what's
wow,
gonna happen? A fucking
really?
Terrask is hiding in fucking ankle deep water.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Trofnar.
Draft,
For
make a perception
one-
check for me.
I'd love to.
I frankly agree with this. It's just a pond thing. Nothing has happened so far. And also, you're concerned about me and my well-being.
Perception.
Really? After what you did?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
accurate.
Yeah, no, it's a pond.
You jumped into an orb and possibly could have killed yourself. I don't know why you're concerned about me going into water, and I'll splash the water at her.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Oh no. Out of character, I'm scared.
Oh, this is perfect. I love this.
Everyone is
This is next
scared.
level, like
14.
this is next level, like
As
acting and role
you
playing.
as
and it
you
makes
look
me happy.
down, as you splash the water at her and then look down again, you swear you see something looking back at you that isn't your own reflection.
While
the
they're
water-
doing this, can I go
the
down on
water
my knees in
calms and
front of them?
vanishes.
While they're doing this, can I go in front on my knees and like get like a and like cup the water in my hands and splash it in my face, try to wake myself up?
Yeah, like this will
Okay.
work. This will clean me
Okay.
up.
Tom, could I actually ask you to repeat that? Because you kind of glitched out for me for a second. You were stuck, and I got concerned that you broke.
So when she splashed the water and looked back, she saw what almost looked like a person looking at her from under the water before the water sort of like calmed down and it vanished. Trofnar, you sort of like lean forward, cup. So you have to go over the flowers for it because you're a lot smaller. But go over the flowers, you cup it in, you wash your face and such. I just kind of like let I just sort of like wash it out of your face and look down at the water. You see two eyes staring right back at you. I need to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh my god.
For fuck's sake,
God.
if he drowns, we're leaving him.
13. you notice this. It definitely looks like a humanoid. It's a female, but she is absolutely beautiful.
Oh my god.
She's got long, wavy black hair. You notice she isn't wearing anything, but as you look into her light green eyes, they flash and your vision goes dark. You are blinded.
Hold on. Because I'm blinded and suddenly very disorientated, I'm going to roll a d20 to see how bad my movement goes.
Since you're tipped over this water thing, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, 6.
Thankfully, where you saw it was a little bit further in. The area you're at is shallow, so you do fall in, but you're only like, but you prop yourself up on your elbows and you're out of the water.
Yeah. I'll look at Trothnar and just kind of.
Yeah. I'm
Keep your
very,
going.
very panickedly. I am in a rather high pitched voice, very panickedly saying, what the fuck, I can't see, please help, in Dwarvish.
Oh, in Dwarvish. Oh, excellent. So no one understands what it's like.
Yeah, it's just, it's just
Trothnar.
What the
Relax.
fuck?
You
What's going
okay?
on there?
wait, what the fuck's going on? I can't. Here's
Oh,
hold on, what the fuck?
Did you drink the water?
No, I do. I
Trothnar.
What did
Stop.
the pond do?
I was trying to wake myself up, and then I saw some beautiful naked lass, and now I'm blind.
Oh,
I can't-
Jesus.
You
I
what?
think you're fine. I think you probably just got some water in your eyes.
No, I did.
You look at his eyes; they are misted over.
Oh
What
yes,
the
no, he's
fuck?
definitely blind. Yes, no, that's a problem.
What's going on?
No,
Stop
you
it.
are.
You're fine.
I'll go up. I'll
I
wave
guess-
my hand in front of Trothnar's eyes.
No reaction.
No, he's definitely blind, Nemesis.
Perhaps there's something in the water. Not a naked woman, but perhaps there's some sort of contamination in it.
I think that Volith, he looks at the water and then he'll close his eyes. When he opens them, they're this vibrant color, and I use ghost gaze and just look at the water and see what I can see.
Yeah, I'll use 5 points of lay on hand to get rid of a disease or poison that this might be.
Blindness is not classified as a disease; it's classified as a
Oh
condition.
yeah, it's worse than that.
Well, she thinks that it's caused by contamination in the water. So
You cast
Yeah.
it. This is a condition. This is not a disease.
Do I
It's
see anything in the water
Make a perception check.
when I cast the ghostly gaze, where I can basically just X-ray scan stuff?
Yeah, make a
God,
perception
and I
check. The
don't
know-
DC, the
I
DC
don't
is
know
very
if
much
you
lower
were
because of it.
My shitty perception. I'm still not good at perception, but
You can see various things moving around down there, but you notice this pond is a lot deeper than it looks.
oh, I'm like,
Didn't I fall in the pond?
You didn't
No, not
fall
really.
in.
No.
You got to the point where it's like if you were to prop yourself up, it'd be like your arms would be under the water up to your elbows.
Okay.
But
this
you're,
is such a
like, if you
Feywild
fall-
pond too, because it just probably looks like it's nothing, but then I look at
Yeah.
it, and I'm like, there's nothing there, but I can see that the bottom just immediately falls out, and then there's a hole in the earth filled
Anna,
with water.
Yes.
Yep.
you know Angel's friend?
Yeah, this
This
is
is-
her. Mm-hmm.
This is that.
Well, I don't
I
see
know.
anything. I don't see a
Also,
naked
Tom, are
woman
we
in the water.
Are we accounting for
Trothnar.
this from Trothnar being dwarf-sized versus normal sized?
This is even.
Well,
this is
this is
accounting for the
from-
wolf size. Like it's
Yeah,
not like the pond isn't sheer. It slopes down and then it becomes sheer.
I just honestly forgot for a few seconds that Trothnar is a dwarf, and I was like, wait a minute, how shallow is this water actually that he fell into?
Can I say thank you so much for not factoring my race when you're thinking of me? That's really appreciated. Who's looking after me, by the way?
I sort of
Hold on.
I'm next to you and
I
have
have
grabbed you
something.
and
I
yeah.
will do
Me and Nemesis
lesser
were next to you.
restoration.
Okay. You cast Lesser Restoration.
Yep.
You watch his
that'll do it.
his eyes go from misty back to its normal color, and Trofnar, light returns. You have got your sight back.
Oh,
There. Is that better?
Okay, I think so. I can see. Thank
Okay,
you.
Trofnar.
What?
No more looking at naked women. Okay.
Ah,
May I suggest that we all back away from the pond?
Well, I never saw anything in it, but yes, it seems to be dangerous. I agree.
Again,
I
the
kinda
water's
wanted, like-
probably contaminated with something. They said that the rivers were fine, but the ponds are another question. I doubt that there's any naked, gorgeous woman that suddenly blinded you without touching you.
What, do you think I'd made that up last? Do you think I wouldn't just say, oh, I had some water and it fucked me?
I
Or if
think that you drink 24/7, and I never know if you're drunk or not.
And the
Valid-
most,
So,
most
who
of the time
knoes?
we've been
Perception
here,
check.
you have been babbling like this place is not real.
Okay, guys.
Yeah,
Which, to
Valid,
be fair, it
real,
is
it?
it is
We don't
fantastic,
exactly
but it is real.
yeah, Valid,
We
make
don't know
another
what's
perception
going
check.
on.
Sure.
Yeah, as I like pull Troffer
Nice.
away from the pond.
Nope, and I'd say at that point as well, your ghostly gaze ends.
Look, whatever
Yeah,
the fuck,
it lasts like a
Less
minute,
than
I
it,
think.
yeah. As is
whatever
why
the fucking
checking.
druid spite us with, obviously, one of the side effects can be blindness, okay? That's it. There's no fucking
It's funny.
magic realm, there's no fucking creation, there's no fucking other world, okay?
Trostnar,
What?
aren't you religious?
Aye.
So you don't believe in a heaven of sorts?
Do the dwarves have a concept of heaven?
Yeah, Morian's Forge.
Aye, Morian's Forge, where all of creation was made.
And you don't think that there are other places outside of that?
Well, like
Sorry.
we know very well, Trothnar.
Oh, it
There's
is.
this realm. There's the material plane, and there's the realm of dreams that we've walked, and there's this place, Morian's
As
Forge.
much as I know
And
that
Bella just starts listing things
many
and then gets
people
distracted.
are
Yeah, it just trails off.
fanatical, as much as I know that many people are fanatical about their religion, with things that we've experienced coming from various different planes, you'd have to be a fool to think that this isn't the case.
Delta, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Because I'm just trying to think, just Tom, because in dwarven religion, does the dwarven religion, like believe in the other realms and say yes, Morian made all of them, or just the mortal plane?
So the general consensus of the other realms is Karmora itself and the material plane was made because of the Alliance, which was the collection of gods that came from no one knows and constructed the material plane. About the other different areas, those have kind of always been known to exist, though their origin is unknown.
Okay, so it's not like it's not like. Wait, so then I thought Morian created the world.
Morian crafted the world from Kelius's hand, but
That's it.
he crafted the stone part, and his rage made the lava. Everything else, the trees, the water, the night cycles, and everything, they were made by the other gods of the Alliance.
That's it. Yeah.
And Delson,
Fucking theology.
you actually spot near to the middle of the lake what looks to be a humanoid, to be like a head that's sort of like poking out from the surface, like with the nose just at the waterline. It appears to be female with long black hair, and it's just staring at you.
Guys.
How far out of the water is she?
As I said, only the top of her head, so the
Okay.
top of the
I
nose.
imagine like her eyes peeking.
Yeah,
out, her
yes,
nose is,
yeah.
like,
About
under
her
the
nose,
water,
between her nose and her mouth. Yeah,
Yeah.
like right there.
Like a cat looking over a couch.
Yes.
essentially.
Someone peeking out of the water, like, deep in there.
So we turn. Do we see this? We see.
Yeah. Do we see
Everybody
her?
stared at that.
Yep.
Well, it looks like at least Strothnar's not that drunk right now.
And as you
If
all
you're gonna
look,
throw something, just throw her a good
as
berry.
you
God.
all
Alright.
look, I need you all to make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all look
I
at them. We
thought
go,
Oh
Well,
my god,
I'm
if we
dead.
all go blind right now.
Christmas save. I don't
Hey,
just have advantage.
You have a 12 in charisma, Nem. Like,
Excuse me, your 12 made my 9 look fucking terrible. And we still both rolled like shit, actually.
yeah. We're like the hot ones. Like, what the hell?
Hey.
yeah. Hey, I'm cute. I'm supposed to be
Did I
that
miss
powerful
anyone?
here.
Oh, Niles, right. I assume Niles. Speaking of which,
Delson's also hot.
He said he's on his phone. It says it's on his phone, so...
Yeah, but apparently it's not a good date again.
Ah, okay. Oh, well that's good for him.
Huh.
So everyone but Delson and Gratian, you are now all blinded.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
1 second.
See, for fuck's sake. See, I fucking told you. There's a
Alright.
there's naked lass in that lake fucking blinding people.
well, she was definitely yes for a
Then
second there.
I am going to cast Lesser Restoration on myself,
Okay.
and then I'm going to look to Fortune. Are her eyes clouded over?
Yep. As this is happening, the figure is sort of like rising more from the water. You can see her hair sort of like starting to expand outwards, almost like Medusa snakes and such. And she's looking
Oh, no.
increasingly angry.
Wow. This is not just darkness. This is advanced
It's
darkness.
time for
Can
night.
I?
Everyone, start helping me get these people away from here.
Yeah. Gonna grab Fortune
Also,
and pull her along.
yeah, let's also avert our gaze away from her.
Yeah, I was like, we should not look at her again.
What would I have to roll to blindly try to find something in my bag?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Perception with disadvantage, and at very high
Perception,
DC. Good.
Yeah.
Perception
God's
is
sake.
perception isn't just sight; it's like hearing, and then in this case, it's touch.
Ah, bollocks. Okay.
I would
okay.
think that it would be investigation.
I
Because
mean,
you're looking for something specific, I think.
I mean, either.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
but
either
you
way,
can't
that's still a
actually see,
fail.
So you have to rely on like your
Yeah.
Yeah, on your
Yes.
touch, because investigation is like actually investigating it with your eyes. Perception,
well-
it's
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
I'm
ju-
very fruitlessly trying to find my my extendy stuff.
I'm going to speak
Ah,
up.
my
Trotnar, can you hear my voice?
I can. Where are you, lad?
I'm a little bit behind you.
Okay, just tap me on the shoulder so I know where you are.
Okay, I'm tapping you on the right shoulder.
she's getting closer.
Thank you, so. Okay, everyone. Okay, I'm going to take Trotnar's arm. Come on, follow
okay.
me. Racing. Yeah.
Are you putting everyone like in a line to pull along?
Gratian, give out.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, I'll just like be at the end of the line as I grab
Then-
onto someone.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah,
like,
and
connected to each
and I'll
other.
be like, goodbye, beautiful lady.
Yeah, to be fair, I was kind of thinking we were all gonna fall in love with the beautiful lady in the lake.
Yeah.
Nope.
I was thinking I was going to have to pull out the counter.
She's too pretty, dude. She's too pretty.
Well-
She's way too hot for us. We can't.
She's out of your league.
She's way out of our league, man. Even me, and I have 20 charisma.
Falif, roll a
That's saying
d20. Roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
Oh my god.
Sure, I can do that.
Is this gonna be a
That's
roll
just
of like?
I guess that's just a charisma check. so-
Please tell me this roll's gonna be how fit does the
What?
Gorgon lady think Valeth is?
No, that was deciding on if she would attack him or not.
Oh
Ah,
my
nice.
god.
okay.
She does
Nice.
pause, like those of you that can still see, she does pause, but then as you pull away, you watch as she slowly sinks back into the lake.
Can
She wanted a
I?
snack, but we don't know.
Can
what.
I basically say, like, over my shoulder in Sylveon, apparently, as I'm going to.
Sylvan.
Can I just call her a bitch?
Oh, we
Make me-
were so close.
Hold on.
We all die first part in
I like
fucking
chaotic.
hell.
Hold on.
What am I doing?
I'm just quickly checking something here.
Well, now I have your pen, bitch. Fucking Christ. Jesus, no.
The only problem with Chaotic Nem, because I love Chaotic Nem, is that
Yeah.
she's no longer reliable in being what she was before, where it was like you could rely on her to be the person
Be
who
like-
isn't chaotic. But
The
now it's like
adult
it doesn't
voice of
matter.
reason.
Now,
Yeah.
she's in a scenario, it's like putting Fortune in a scenario where she might just like pull a gun on someone, and now it's like Jesus. It's like, what's happening? Why is this happening?
She needs to find her balance.
The scary Terry of the group. That's actually amazing. You're right.
What's taking so long? I gotta get to the farmer's muck. Fucking love Scary Terry.
Okay, yep. This creature does not have any range attacks, which is good because they would totally do it if they could. But you're able to sort of slink away.
Oh my god.
He gets like pulled off in a direction, blinded.
Dilson.
Okay, so what did we learn, everyone?
Don't trust pawns.
Exactly.
I actually think that was quite insightful. And I lean over to Valeth and kind of whisper in his ear, I called her a bitch.
Yes, I heard you.
Dilson, I need
I
a
am-
favor, lad.
Disappointed in you. Yes, what is it, Trothanar?
Sorry. Reach in my bag and can you get me my stick of extending?
I need my pills.
Stick on
I
you.
need my walker.
No, this is literally
Yep. It's the pole of the angler's pole, I think, or something like that,
Yep.
right?
Alright,
Yeah.
who all is blinded right now?
The only ones that
I
aren't
am.
blinded are you, Gratian, and Delson.
Actually, no,
They're the
it's-
only ones that made the
Alright,
save.
I will go ahead and cast my last second level spell slot of the day on excuse me, on Fortune.
Okay.
I can see.
So
I'm
Fortune,
going to-
you're greeted with Nemesis's resting bitch face.
Fortune does not care. She's going to hug her.
See, it was fine for the most part.
It was not fine. What if you had been blinded? We would have been
I
fucked.
was. I just have magic that can get me out of the situation. Unlike you,
I
who
have
barely
magic
knows how to control herself.
I
And
can...
she like boops her nose in like a condescending manner.
Did you say
do that again, and
say
I'm going to bite that finger.
Fuck off.
guys?
Fuck you.
I think
Guys.
Volith is like pointing in the opposite direction of them. It's like, we shouldn't be fighting right now.
Velas, and she'll move his like hand over to them.
Just turns him around. He's like, thank
yeah.
you. So I wonder how long this is going to last. Will I never be able to see again?
Listen, I can fix this, but
Wait, Nemesis, I want to do an experiment. Valeth,
Yes, Fortune.
can you still use Akasha to see?
Oh. I'll like produce Akasha in my. I'll just like open my hand, and then she appears, and then I'll try to see through her.
Yeah, because you're using the creature's side.
Oh. Oh, yes,
Alright.
I can. So I'll just like hold on to Akasha in my arms, and then
And
Your
what is she
seeing
right now?
eye.
my cat, I'm just using her as my
My
eyes.
cat.
Nice, that's pretty
Alright,
cool. I
yeah.
like this. I honestly, I'd be okay with being blind all the time.
Until Akasha gets killed, in which case...
Yes, you could literally kill my
Alright.
eyes, which this is still fun though.
Well, that could work for now, since I'm out of magical energy at the moment. I'm sure that Trothnar will be fine, right? Right.
What the hell has gotten into you?
I don't know what you're referring to.
I'm just going to look at Nemesis now with less disappointment and more concern. Right, but we can't exactly take blind people along with us. Their lives would be in too much danger.
We can't just leave them.
Yes. We can't separate. Honestly, it would be better to just take them with us, and then once I rest up a little bit, I can heal them. This is a temporary matter.
How long were we traveling before
Before you got to
Yeah,
the pond,
yeah.
4 hours.
4 hours? So we still have like half a day's worth of travel left. Well, we could stop now, but that means the rest of our trip is going to take much longer. And who knows what's in this forest? If that beautiful, blinding lady wanted to show up.
She wasn't that pretty.
I don't know. She was very pretty. I would say, and then I think for a second, was she prettier than Nemesis?
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh
Yes.
my god.
Yeah, Bolith.
Like,
totally
to
oblivious.
everyone that saw her, she was, like, almost otherworldly.
Yeah, no, Bolith
worldly
definitely says,
beautiful.
like, she was almost certainly prettier than you.
Nemesis an angel. What is wrong with you?
I'm
Nemesis
sorry, but the look
face
factor.
just turns like bright ass red.
I'm sorry, but the look factor takes a major hit when it starts blinding your ends.
Yes, the blinding was unfortunate, but to be completely honest, it doesn't really
Do I,
bother me that much. I can still see.
do I still have any pipe weed?
I forgot you even had
Dalton
any.
is like, I need a joint right now, dude.
Yeah, dude, you are harking my buzz. Chill out.
More like I need a cigarette.
yeah, I need to smoke. Fuck this. But yes, we could stop or we could continue. How do you feel, Trothnar? I know you can't see.
A little bit helpless, I got to say. Look, my thing is like hitting things with an axe, and I can't use my axe if I can't fucking see.
Yes, you're not very useful right now.
No, I'm still trying to fucking figure out what this place is. Okay, I don't need to be blind on top of that.
Well, if we're just moving through the forest, we're not looking to call attention to ourselves from anything else. Pond ladies, trees, whatever's around here. We could always just tie some rope around everyone's waist and have the blind follow one of us.
I don't know. Maybe Valeth wants to fuck a bush.
If Alice wants
What?
to fuck a pet.
Petty Nem.
I'm not sure if we've met any beautiful trees yet. What makes a tree beautiful? He just like stares off and thinks.
Walking. As Nemesis just moves along.
Oh my god,
I don't know,
philosophy. I want philosophy with Alice. So bad.
Just gonna take out a smoke and just deeply.
Alright, yeah, let's tie them all together and
Get them high as fuck.
Okay,
We can
so you
literally
continue to
have the
move.
blind lead the
Moving.
blind, and I can lead the blind people around.
Alright.
Protect
So
them.
you
We
continue
could
on
do
then?
that because Vala could have
Yeah.
Akasha on his shoulder.
We're gonna keep moving.
Okay. If that's the case, then again, I need whoever's leading at the very front to have one make a perception, another one a survival.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
how the turn's tabled.
Can't believe it.
How the turn.
And I need everyone who is not blinded outside of Valith to make an athletics check.
What the
Hey, I
fuck?
can do that. I'm
Psychic
pretty good at
touch?
those.
God, no.
Athletics or
Oh, wait.
acrobatics.
No, I don't have to make
everyone
that.
everyone that's
acrobatics.
blinded. I said, not everyone that's not blinded.
Oh, everyone that's blinded
Oh.
makes an athletics check.
Oh, okay.
Athletics or
Yeah.
acrobatics, but Grayson, you've already rolled athletics.
Yeah, because
But
you
you're not
said
blinded
everyone
anyway.
who's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Actually, you
blinded.
two aren't blinded.
blind
Yeah.
people.
All the
So-
blind people.
So basically,
Yeah,
so
alright.
Niles and Trofnar need to make the athletics or acrobatics.
23!
Okay.
I'm swole as fuck.
We will go with athletics for Niles. Okay.
Damn, +5.
Your movement is a lot slower, as you now need to factor in that you're going through undergrowth with blind people. Unfortunately, Niles ends up tripping and falling a few times, and which delays you. He also takes, over the course of the next 2 hours, 6 points
Oh my
of
God.
bludgeoning damage from the fall.
As we just pull him along, just not caring.
So he's bruised. He actually like smashed his nose and gets a nosebleed at one point.
Nice.
He is not a happy bunny.
In my drunken state, can I... Oh god, has he been turned into a rabbit?
No.
Okay.
Just an expression
am I-
talk now.
In my blind state, I will try to see if I can pick him up.
Okay, it's a bit easy to do because you got a rope. So you just like follow the rope and just haul him up.
Yeah, alright.
But your progress is significantly slower.
Okay.
So you travel for another 2 hours. At this point, the sky, while it is sort of getting dark around you, the sky still remains this sort of like almost luminescent color. But then you start to see
Okay.
like stars showing up. You don't see any moons though.
Weird.
I mean, I can show you a moon.
Are we starting to get tired? I'm guessing that we're gonna have to rely a lot on internal clocks.
At the time, because when you arrived in, at the forest, like not the Feywild forest, the actual forest, that was around the earliest morning.
Yeah.
So if you had to hazard a guess, it would be if you arrived. It looks like it's becoming early evening in the Feywild. You could probably manage maybe another 3 to 4 hours, but that'd be pushing it.
Okay.
You're saying you
Um,
didn't feel tired the moment we stepped into this place?
Considering that we have blind people, I think stopping early is probably
Fucking
good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Alright.
that all the idiots in the
Aida.
party intentionally broke rule number 1.
Yep.
Alright,
fair,
then
The fuck?
we will go ahead and set up a little camp in the area that we're in, because I mean, the Feywilds are dangerous anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, make either a survival or investigation check. You're trying to find an area which could be classified as quote-unquote safe.
Okay.
Investigation.
But I'm pretty sure nowhere's
Okay, go ahead,
properly safe
Delson.
in Feywild.
It's time. World's greatest detective abilities.
Yay.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
usually is.
you spend about another half an hour searching for a safe spot to set up camp. Man, that made you avoid an encounter. Early on, you find like a small clearing, but because of but you kind of like watch and you see like a bird sort of like land on one of the trees, only for another branch to like swat it into the ground, and you're like, okay,
Oh my
no,
god.
no.
Oh my god.
But
Is the
eventually,
bird dead?
oh, it is dead.
Oh my god.
Dead as fuck.
That's like some fucking surreal horror shit.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
well,
if
not
have you
review that,
seen
Brad.
the Harry Potter
Did a
thing where a
bird just get
bird goes
Whomping
into the
Willow?
Whomping
What
Willow?
happened?
Yeah, essentially,
Yeah.
Whopping Willow
Yeah.
happened.
You just got Whomping Willow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll not disturb you, friend.
That's terrifying. Not gonna
Do
lie.
not touch the
Yeah.
trees.
Eventually, you find a small clearing with a few rocky outcroppings. You have a quick check. You have a quick check around the outcropping just to make absolutely sure there's nothing there. A few bugs, but you deem it safe enough, and you set up.
Okay.
You set up your little like your bedrolls and everything, and get a small fire going.
All right.
So, is there anything that people want to do before you?
I count how many of those little flowers I've picked all day as we were traveling.
You have picked up. So, are you specifically picking up flowers you know or don't know?
Yeah, so you mentioned that one like white bulbed flower. I don't know exactly how you described it. I just wrote white bulbs in my inventory, but I don't know what they do. I just know that they were interesting. There's something that I knew was from the Feywild, and I've just been collecting them.
You've picked up
while we've
about,
been
I would
traveling.
say, 8 or 9 of them. They don't appear to be terribly common.
Alrighty.
There is 1 or 2 that are here, and you can see as it gets a bit darker, you see they sort of glow slightly from the little
Ooh.
bulb bit.
To test my blindness,
Neat.
I pull out Barney, my trusty glowing orb, Artificer's glowing orb, and I turn it on and basically put it right in front of my eyes.
You don't see anything.
How would that help? Like.
Prothnar, I don't think that's good for your eyes. Even if you're blind, it still goes in your
Well, I'm
eyes.
trying to see how fucking blind I am. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can
Well,
like.
can you see it at all?
No, he can't.
Can I?
Okay, like,
No, I can't. I can't see far. I know that like some blindness you can see like light and vague shapes, but it's
Just nothing.
It's fucking
just
nothing.
darkness.
okay, let's just put away Barney for a moment.
It's got to be very unfortunate.
Because I'm scared and I'm.
Would you like to
Trothnar
hold
had-
a Kasha?
Trothnar,
would
as
make you feel
a
better.
child, had a big phobia of the dark, and so he's just like
Aw.
holding Barnabas as like a teddy bear.
Here, take a Kasha, and I'll give him a Kasha to hold on to.
Thanks, big man. What form is Akasha? A cat?
He's a cat right now. She's
yeah,
like a black
I,
Cheshire, like she's the breed of cat that is the Cheshire cat, but she's like black and gray.
Does she
with
have the smile?
Stripes. Oh, well, a little bit, like not the huge fucking smile, because I don't think that makes sense for an actual cat, but she can go in and out of existence like the Cheshire cat, so.
Nice. And yeah, and like you see me like holding onto her like for like a teddy bear a little bit too hard.
No, she's loving it.
I have pina colada.
Nice.
Is that getting caught in the rain?
It's
Or make love at
No,
midnight?
I actually hate the rain. That second part, yes.
All right.
Anyways.
So, if that's the
yeah, that's
case-
what Valeth is doing. He's definitely like experiencing being hugged by Trothnar in Akasha's eyes.
All right. So who's
You know-
taking watch then?
I mean, I do have 20
I'll take
strength.
first one.
I'm actually gonna do a sleep tonight because I'm gonna cast a dream, but
Alright.
Okay.
I mean, I've got 20
Um,
strength. It's quite a firm hug.
so I can't help anybody.
Okay,
do
so
what.
Delson and Gratian are gonna do the first watch.
Yep.
And then I guess Fortune and Nemesis can do the second.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So should we do separate? Or...
I would say separate. Yeah. This is a very unfamiliar bit, so you are especially watching your surroundings.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, I'll make my. Oh god.
Okay.
Not
Who's
great,
blind
not
now,
Feywild.
guys?
You are.
Losers.
Hell.
I mean, yeah. You win this round.
Imagine, Anna, this is what Nova experiences every day.
Or Nova.
Okay. If that is the case, let me quickly check this.
Yes.
And what did you say that you were doing? Valeth, did you say you were casting Dream?
Yeah, I was gonna cast Dream, and I was gonna try to talk to the pretty lady in the water.
For fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
so I'm gonna, if it works, because I don't know what she is and if she sleeps or all that sort of stuff, and so
That's actually
I'm
a
gonna
really good question.
I'm gonna
Who's
attempt
really dreaming?
to I'm gonna attempt to contact her and then form a dream where
Oh
like
my
it's the
God.
same little clearing with a
Oh my
pond in it
God.
that she was from, where she's in the she's swimming around or whatever, and then I'll like just approach her in the dream if that works.
Are you like gonna go bang her? Is that it?
Probably not. Not
Oh
thinking
my
about that.
God.
Not thinking about that. I'm thinking about just asking about who she is and if like why did she attack us and
God.
yeah, all that sort of thing.
Alright.
But yeah,
So
so
great.
I am fully ready for the repercussions about to happen.
Me too.
just hello.
The spell doesn't go off.
Doesn't work.
Yep, it appears that this
Oh.
creature either doesn't
Alrighty.
sleep or its form of sleeping is one that does not affect the dream. It's not affected by the dream spell, similar to L's
Alrighty.
meditation.
So I
etc.
try. Yeah. So I try to do that and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So
So that's
Alright.
okay.
wah wah.
This wet dream is surprisingly dry.
Nemesis, can you make a perception check with disadvantage for me?
Okay. Perception. Nice.
Okay. That's fine.
Blind as fuck.
All right. So, eventually, Gratian and Delson's shift comes to an end, and Fortune and Nemesis wake up. Nemesis, it's weird. One of your teeth is really, really sore.
Oh,
And you
no.
sort of like massage it, and on the gum, there's some scratches and what appears to be some blood. And as you pull away, there is blood on there. The tooth is still there, but it's hurt. You have taken 3 points of piercing damage.
What the fuck? Did a fucking tooth fairy like
Yeah.
climb into my mouth?
Is that what
and
that
stab
actually
me?
is? I'm actually
Oh my
terrified
God.
now.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
This is scary, dude.
No.
This is primal horror that you've just
I think
unleashed upon us,
Nem
Dick.
just kind of like looks at the blood on her hand, and she's just, what the fuck?
It's not a ton of it. Like, again, you examine like
Yeah.
the best you can with the tooth and the gum. It's like the gum is sore. Like the gum area
Yeah.
around the tooth is sore, but as you just check it, it's like, okay, no, it's still there. It's just sore.
I fully hate this.
All right.
Yeah, that's some body horror shit that I didn't
Then
think was
I-
a big deal. But now it makes me uncomfortable.
mean-
Yeah, we love it, but for fucking.
Okay,
Does anybody else have anything
So
like that?
Nope.
Also,
Well, you don't
I mean-
know actually. But
I-
Fortune
like,
doesn't.
no, but I mean,
Fortune wakes up. She's fine.
meta-wise, does anybody else have that happen to them? But it's just Nemesis. Okay, weird.
It's supposed to be
I
Nemesis.
mean, Trofnar doesn't floss, so he's always got sore
Ah.
throats.
All right. Then I guess we're going to set up for our thing as I'm really freaked out.
Those of us that were blind when
That
we
was
woke up,
weird.
are we still blind?
Well, Nemesis and Fortune need to do that
Yep.
check
I'll
as
be
well.
Yeah.
right back. Okay.
All right.
And also, who's doing the third one?
Oh, it's not over yet. I see.
In order to
think you're
fully,
funny,
in
Andrew.
order
I
to
think
fully cover a full night's rest, there needs to be 3 watches.
Yeah, we've got a lot of fucking people.
Fortune, make
But
it-
we have the rest of our people are blind.
That's true.
Would I have gotten my spell slots back in this time?
Technically, you've had a long rest, so yes.
All right. Then I can technically wake Troth and Beleth up and give them lesser restoration after.
Okay.
I just imagine Nem and Fortune sitting in dead fucking silence.
Yeah, you are too busy just like
Yeah, like,
running through all the
Fortune
scenarios
tries
as
say
to why
something,
you're.
Nemesis just goes no.
You're more
Fortune's like,
focused
"It
on
could
what's
be
happened to
no."
your tooth and gum than anything else.
Yeah.
Fortune, with that 16,
Oh no.
you sort of like look up into the trees and you can see. It almost looks like a butterfly until you see a sort of humanoid figure.
Oh no.
You blind bastards.
It's very tiny. But it's just standing there watching you.
I'm gonna wave hi to it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It darts away as you do that.
Yeah,
As
you were
do-
describing the teeth, and now like my own teeth like subconsciously hurt.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that was
me
pretty much
too.
just
This is not
exactly
fun.
what happened to me. Is I'm just
Especially
uncomfortable
like
now.
my wisdom tooth is just like ah.
So, what did I miss?
The worst thing.
I'm most angry of tooth fairies.
Very light nightmares.
But as the figure like darts away, you do hear it like a very slight giggle come from it as it as it flees.
So, who lost her tooth?
Hey, Lamau.
She
No
didn't
one
lose
lost
the
the tooth,
tooth,
but
but apparently it
Nam
was
woke up
stabbed
with like
repeatedly.
bloody gums and like
They
damage.
tried
taken.
to steal the tooth, it did not work.
Her nice, clean, shiny.
Which in
teeth.
reality, yeah, like angel
Like-
teeth, probably valuable actually. Like
Yeah.
It's actually really bad that Nemesis is like shiny, pretty angel woman because everybody wants to steal everything from her now.
yeah,
Yeah.
her hair, her
I want
teeth,
her
her
eyes. I
blood,
want
her
her teeth.
fucking.
Just
I want
thinking.
her hair.
That's actually a really good point, considering Nem's heritage and stuff. Like all of her parts would be really valuable.
Yeah.
Well,
in like a
literally
really
be like-
fucked up way.
That was a plot
Yeah.
point at one point, wasn't it? Of like we had to hide her angel roots because people will like
It still
find
is,
her.
technically.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Technically,
that's still
we don't have to
a
do
thing.
that.
That's still a problem.
yeah. It's
We
still a
still don't want
problem.
people
She's still an
abducting
angel.
our angel lady, angel mom.
Who's turned into an angel midlife crisis,
Okay. But beyond that, nothing happens there.
quarter life
So
crisis.
who's doing the third watch then?
Alright. I'll go ahead and wake up Valeth and Trothnar and give them lesser restoration if their blindness has not already worn off.
They are still blind.
Alright.
So
Yep.
you cast lesser restoration on them. Blindness clears from them finally.
Alright. And they can go ahead and take the watch.
And sort
Very
of
well. So
when my eyes come back, I sort of shake back awake and realize like, is Akasha still like asleep, like nestled in me?
Valith?
Sure.
Yeah, and then I realize that like, I'm essentially crushing Akasha in my dwarf chest, and then I just open my arms and let her go. Yeah. Ah, look at that.
Oh my god, third child.
That's better. Thanks, lass.
Okay.
No more looking into pawns, I get it.
Yes, it did seem like the pawns were actually dangerous, as they said.
She was really cute, though.
She was. I tried to. The reason I was sleeping, tried to talk to her last night.
I mean, she didn't have a beard, which was weird, but she was really cute.
Oh my
She was
God.
incredibly beautiful. But, are you okay, Trotnar?
Yeah, fine. Hey, just
Do you still think you're
I
None
don't
of this is
know. I
real?
don't know what the fuck I think. Okay, I just want to get out of here and fucking get this Saddleclick crown
Trotnar.
bollock so we can fucking leave.
Trotnar?
Oh,
Why are you so scared? I know you. You're brave.
I don't.
If this
I
is
just,
a weird other place, you can face it. Right?
I'm not good. I'm not good with the unknown, lad.
That's why you
You
have
think-
us.
You think that's what you think? You think me or anyone who looks like me has a fucking concept of someone like this exists? I'm the first fucking dwarf in this place.
It doesn't matter what it is, Trotnar. Whatever you fear because you don't understand it, and I'll tap him right on the chest, right in his
Like gigantic,
heart is.
hairy barrel chest.
Yeah, I'm like, you are capable of facing it, right? I know you are. You're very strong. You're the oldest of us, and you're the wisest of us. And
I
you're
wouldn't say wisest, lad.
well, you're the oldest then. How does that sound? And I'll just give him a big dumb smile. But I know you
Okay.
can do it.
I didn't realize Trothana had this many friends.
Don't be afraid, because you can do it, right?
Thanks, big man.
I'll just like lean down, give him a big hug, big like
Yeah. I
squeeze
give
him really hard, and
I give him a
one of those hugs
The
where
bro
like
hug.
it's two dudes who are both really strong, and then one guy starts squeezing more, and then the other guy starts
Oh,
squeezing more, and they're like,
the predator like handshake almost.
oh yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
fucking
level
do.
thing. Yeah.
I got you pushing
Well,
too many
have a-
The little
pencils.
bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, and so he just sort of just brushes himself down, takes a deep breath. You can see he's sort of holding back emotion, and then gets up and tries to see if he can get some breakfast going.
Yes, let's go get the others. We'll just continue on.
Well, the two of you need to make a perception check still because
Oh.
you're on the third watch.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh
that's
right, we were having a moment.
chilling
The
with
bro
Dave.
moment was so
The
strong
the
you
chance
forgot.
that these are going to be really bad rolls. No, actually, that's a good roll.
Oh, wow.
Great.
Yay.
My eyes
That's
work.
like the best of the night.
All right.
Our special eyes.
The two of you both spot the little like butterfly-like creatures. They once they see like you've noticed them, they kind of just you hear like one of them sort of like loudly just tut, and they all fly off.
Did you see that?
What the fucking morph tutting?
Yes, he was very he seemed very disapproving of our being here.
I think I've realised something.
And
I don't think this is a drug trip.
no, it's not Trotnar. We're here. If it makes you feel any better, the way you're feeling right now is sort of how I feel all the time back home.
Fucking hell, how'd you live with it?
I just shrug. I went and lived in the mountains for 20 years. Just kind of got used to it, I guess.
He said it. He said the line. What?
I don't know what I did.
No, we're not talking about you.
Okay. But yeah,
Oh, you don't know. Oh, right. Yeah, I can see it.
that's how I felt back on the material plane. So it's okay. Either you'll get used to it or you'll go insane.
I'm not sure that's not as comforting as you think it is, lad.
And
I quite like-
just keep smiling.
And I just
Anyways.
give him, I just give him like a tap on the shoulder and tonight, lad. Come on, eyes front. We don't know what the fuck's out here.
Yeah, it's enough, bro moment.
So your shift, luckily, comes to an end without issue.
Apart from the sassy butterflies.
Yes. And it gets to what you assume is day.
Yeah.
Everyone's woken up.
Okay.
And then you hear
How's
Niles like,
Niles?
so, I can't see shit still. Anybody? Hello?
Alright, and I will tap him on the shoulder with Lesser Restoration once more.
Okay, so now everyone can see again.
But
Yep.
yeah, I know, Nate. Butterflies have a great track record of killing.
Yeah, butterflies are actually terrifying.
I
Yeah.
forever
Yeah.
will recall Evie stepping into the circle after we told her not to step into the circle, and then butterflies swarming.
Those fucking butterflies, Jesus Christ.
Alright,
Okay.
then... did anything else weird happen in the middle of the night? Did someone try to stab my gums again?
Doesn't seem like it.
Great.
We saw some fucking weird tired insects. Apart from that,
They were like tiny little moths. They were laughing at us, I thought.
Is
That-
it one of those pixie creatures, I suppose?
I'm not sure. I've never seen a pixie before.
Neither.
It definitely sounds like one of the child stories I've heard about.
Yes.
Small winged creatures. There's a lot of those.
Well, at the very least, nothing seems to have happened besides me getting stabbed in the mouth, or whatever it is. Kind of like rub my cheek a little bit.
You were stabbed in the mouth?
Are you
I-
sure?
Think something was trying to take my tooth.
When's the last time you brushed your teeth?
I brush them quite often, thank you. I'm not disgusting like you. No, something. It feels like something stabbed into it.
Well, that is unsettling.
Almost like they were trying to pull it out.
Yeah. And the gum itself is red and swollen as well at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I have a look now?
No, you're not touching me with your grubby little hands.
I was gonna
Especially
I would
not
not
in my
let I would
mouth.
not let Trotner put his fingers in my
Oh
mouth.
no, no way.
and Trothan has a massive eye roll and just like wipes his hands down on the front of his shirt and goes, "All right, what about now?"
Like this absolutely revolted face. No, absolutely not.
I don't think you're qualified in this field either, Trothnar.
I would sooner have Velas stick his fist in my mouth than have any of your grubby little fingers in there.
Hey, Gray. Hey, Gray.
You
can I have
want
one
me
of
to
those
look at it?
berries, too?
I don't want you to touch me.
What the fuck has gotten into you?
That's what I've been wondering too. You've been regressing a lot. Oh, I asked if I could have one of those good berries.
I wouldn't call it regression. I'm just feeling things out. Anyways, can we move along? I don't feel like having a conversation in God knows where about my own personal habits.
Okay,
Alright,
then.
fine.
Good. Good.
Where the fuck are we going then?
Well, we have to continue down southeast. That was
Why
the
don't
place that
we
he
have
described for
Alex
us.
send us into the air first to see where we're at, see if we can see it.
I could do that.
So who's still blind,
Yeah.
by the way?
Nobody. Everyone's
Nobody.
No one.
everyone's fine.
We're all,
now.
we're all not
Yep.
blind now.
Alright. Then, is it the same three people? Velas, are you coming up with us? Like, what's up?
No, I've realized. I was thinking this morning. I'm not actually very good at looking for things, so all of you should probably go instead.
Hey, I'll go.
Alright.
I'll,
Sure,
I'll,
you got all the high
I'll go up
perception
front.
checks overnight.
Yeah, I know I did,
No,
but
It's who's lined up. Same ones last time.
Yep,
Yeah.
alright.
hey,
the
I'll go.
lesbians and Delson.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Then I guess I'm gonna cast fly again, and we're gonna check the area and see if it's changed any.
Yep, go ahead. Those that are
Yep.
going up to make your own separate perception checks.
Yep. So many perception checks this session. Yeah, Nim.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Fortune, you see trees. There's a lot of trees. You don't know where the start or end of them are.
I like that tree over there. I wonder if that tree has a name. If not, I'm gonna name it Tiffany.
Nemesis, you can see now the Misty Rivers. Going by how you've been traveling, you notice you're closer to it than you would expect yourself to be. you get the feeling that you might have veered a bit in one direction or another during your journey. You're not like heading directly towards it, but you were definitely going more of a southeast-east direction. You also can see just in the distance the pond, or at least the clearing where you think the pond is. Delson, you can see with that perception check, you can see some trees far into the distance. Although you can't really ascertain their color, like what their actual color is, it's definitely a coloration that's sort of, it's a much lighter green, like lighter green, sort of maybe even turning a bit orange. You also notice nearer to that bit and nearer to the south, you start to see a few dead trees. Just no leaves whatsoever.
The trees were my friend.
Okay, I can see where the dead area is, along with some trees that seem to be changing into different colors.
A wizard should know better.
It's a bit more south. Oh.
Yeah, so what you can gather from where you are, you have gone a bit more east than southeast.
Yeah.
You're about roughly a day, you have to hazard a guess, from the Misty River. The bit which you can see, you're still maybe 2 days of travel away.
And is the forest, the red forest, like in view now, or no?
Hazard a guess.
No,
It looks like there is a different coloration of trees.
Okay.
It looks like potentially, because it's not like pure green, it's appeared to be sort of changing to various colors. You see maybe like one that looks a bit orangish. The thing that you notice from the distance is there are a smattering of dead trees very near to that edge, and you see like the odd one or two to the south, which is towards the corrupted ley line.
Okay. Yep, got it.
Yeah.
Then, alright. I guess we're gonna go down and relay the information again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of set up where we are on the map that we've been kind of adjusting as we continue along.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'm gonna drop like one or two of my seeds from an apple. Not odds.
I was gonna say. I'll be right back. I have to pee.
Okay.
Okay. So if that's the case, then what is the marching order?
I think probably samesies.
Samesies? Okay.
Yeah.
Samesies, but you just have to roll perception for us.
Okay. So if that's the case, go ahead and do your rolls. So survival and perception. Where is it? There it is. Damn.
Hey.
Hey!
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Who knew God gives us luck?
So you begin making your way at this slightly corrected angle. It does take you away from the small stream that you've been following, as it seems that during your travel it had curved slightly eastward. After about an hour, Nemesis begins to hear very faint whistling. Something whistling a tune.
Group vote on us avoiding that shit. Say aye.
I
Aye.
I guess.
I
That
am
counts.
going to preemptively just start playing a tune.
I'm gonna respond musically.
Okay.
It's not just any tune, it's a counter charm tune.
Okay, so you start playing your counter charm. Okay. You continue.
I'll just we continue. I'll just send Akasha over in that direction,
Okay.
sort of stealthily, if possible.
Make a stealth check for Akasha.
Could you do that for me, Tick? I'm just away from my computer right now.
Ah, right. Okay. That is a natural 1.
Well, everybody sees Akasha leave.
Yeah. Yep.
Go towards the noise.
And I guess I'll make a perception check to see if she can spot it.
Yeah, like
That
she
is
was
a 2.
mostly trying to be sneaky.
Akasha's not doing very good.
On our side, like I didn't want everybody in the party to know that she was wandering off. I don't. I'd be okay with the thing seeing her, whatever it is, going to.
Yeah, no,
just approach her.
Everyone just like she heads off with a loud meow, just meow, runs into the forest.
Belith, where is she going?
I'm just curious about what this music is. This place is fascinating, don't you think?
No.
Oh,
That's
not
one
fascinating.
word for it. However,
Yep.
I
You
would
don't
say
think so?
incredibly dangerous to look
Look at the
into
colours.
all the unknown things.
the way it makes you feel.
All right.
I love this place.
About 10 minutes after you'd started doing your counter charm thing, you kind of pause. You can't hear any whistling anymore. Valif Akasha heads in the direction, but the whistling stops, and because she rolled really bad in the perception, she doesn't find anything. And then after about 10 minutes, she makes her way back to you.
Yeah, I'll just dismiss her and then bring her back. I didn't find anything.
All right, I'm back. What are we doing?
So you
I
had heard some
I-
whistling in the distance,
Okay.
and everyone elected to ignore
we
it.
passed by it, and then I sent
began
Akasha
playing
to go
the
see what it
counter-
was, but she rolled real bad, and now
All
we're
right.
just still traveling. Yeah.
Yep. Travel along.
All right.
Da 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 da.
So about 10 minutes afterwards, you hear the whistling again, very close.
Okay, I'll begin playing my song again.
All right. About 2 minutes later, you see some movement from the trees, and emerging from like a small gap in the forest, you can see it appears to be a humanoid man. He's wearing a fancy but weathered green traveling tunic with a sword on his side. And as he walks out, you can see he's whistling. And as he like whistles, he looks over to you that's playing the cow charm, and just smiles. Oh, hello there! Travelers to this fine realm.
No.
Oh, what do you mean, no? You're standing right here, aren't you? Or are you a figment of me imagination?
Wouldn't you
Yeah.
like to know?
Well,
Maybe
unless
you're
I
a
should-
figment of our imagination.
Oh, but I'm very real. Can assure you. Look. And he just like pokes himself in the face a few times. See? Perfectly real. Perfectly alive.
Well, we can do that
Ah.
too. And if we're figments of your imagination, what if you're a figment of our figment?
You're playing mind games with me. You're playing mind games. But a figment wouldn't think like that now, would they? No, 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 no.
Surely they would if it's your own mind.
I'm fairly right in the head, lass.
Are you sure? You're talking to nothing.
You see the smile like thin slightly as he just like slowly walks towards you, just like leans in, and then pokes you on the nose. If you were a figment of my imagination, my hand would have went straight through it. Because in my imagination, I destroy everything I can touch.
All right,
You
all right.
too.
You caught us.
What's a bunch of travelers doing around here, walking around a stream?
Just gonna look at everyone else like, do we want to engage in this person?
Absolutely not.
Well, I
think
was here
we already
looking for
are.
someone to try this berry that I found. Would you like to be the one to try it?
What which berry is that?
I will take out my tiny frostberry vial and hand it to him.
Oh my god.
Oof, this is cold. Don't mind if I do, lass. And just eats part of it. You see, he's all like grimace slightly. Not my kind of thing. Oof. Woo. Where'd you get that, lass?
I don't remember.
Oh, it's a shame. You should let me know when you do. So, judging by how you look, you ain't from here now, are you?
No, we're not.
You're a really tall fella, you know that.
Yes, I've been told that quite a lot, actually.
Oh, I do apologize. Where's my manners? My name is Rond. What's your name?
Ron?
Braun.
I am I guess you could say a caretaker around here.
And what do you care for?
The forest.
Can I roll Insigit on this?
Insigit.
Sure.
What is he? Does he look like a
9.
standard human, or?
He looks like a human. He's completely bald on the top. He's got the only thing that seems weird about him is that he's got quite a bit of a long nose, like have you seen Scrooged? Like like
Yeah.
Ebenezer
Okay.
Scrooge style nose kind of deal. Looks to be
Okay.
in about his 50s and such. The only other thing that seems a bit weird is his eyes are a sort of golden green color.
Okay.
Well, at least it's not Voldemort.
What did you say your name was again?
Rond. My name's Rond.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lucy.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Lucy.
It's actually a really good point. Good idea, Anna.
That's Lucy, and I am
And I-
Victor.
Victor. Oh, yeah, you look like a Victor to me.
Yes.
You
And
might
this
be
is,
surprised
and
by
I'll
this,
point to Nemesis, and then what do you say, Nemesis?
Briar.
Briar, like the tree briar, eh?
Yes, actually.
Oh, I can tell the size and the thickness. Definitely bright. Aye, I see why they called you that. Clever parents you must have had. Clever parents.
You think.
Oh, I know, because who else would call their bleeding daughter a briar? If they didn't know that she was going to grow to be so big and strong.
I
They
was
could just be lucky
quite
idiots.
a large child.
I think most of us would count as lucky idiots, Fortune.
I mean, I've
Fortune?
literally got stone that makes me.
I thought you said your name was Lucy.
What? No, I
He's
said
a little
in good
stupid.
in good fortune, yes.
Yeah.
It was a term of...
Make a deception check.
Oh my
Hey, Tech.
god.
Yep.
I can actually do that. I don't do it
Guys, we're in
often.
the Feywild.
I know.
Yeah.
I fucked
Okay.
up. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, good fortune to you as well. He just, like, pats her on
Yep.
the shoulder.
Well then, we're just passing through.
Oh, where you going?
We're not
I
sure yet. I
Don't
think.
know.
Oh, you need
That's
to
the
know as you get lost in here. You'll find yourself forever lost, or worst comes to worst, you could end up in the Misty River, or the Corrupted Ley Line, or the Crimson Forest. You're going in a dangerous direction, you know.
What's the Misty River?
Oh, the Misty River. It's a blanketed area. I think an archfey rules there, one sort of racked with sadness. From what I've heard, he doesn't like visitors.
I'm actually more curious about the Crimson Forest. It's my favorite color.
As am I.
It's pretty unfortunate then that your favorite color is a place of corruption then.
Really?
Yeah, so the Crimson Forest, like the Corrupted Ley Line, we've got no clue what happened. We caretakers. One day we showed up and boom, corruption of the Feywild.
Is it because of this ley line? Or
No,
is
the
it
ley line
total
doesn't go into
confusion?
the forest. What I do know is that the Crimson Forest is something that we've been dealing with. Mostly because the Fey Lords aren't happy about it encroaching on their lair.
Right.
Well,
Now, I know you said we're going whichever way. Could you just point us the general direction of those two places so we can not go that way?
Oh, but I thought your friend here wanted to. Brighter was it? You wanted to I would have thought you wanted to see it or something, surely.
No, she does not. Right, Briar?
Well,
Actually, I'd be quite interested in seeing it.
Well,
Yes.
this way we can clean up. We can clear up. How about this? How about a little bit of a favor? I've got a few things that I gotta do, but you accompany with me and help them. I'll show you to the Crimson Forest.
Well, I was
Do
going
I trust this person?
Make an insight check.
I'm actually
Do
going to
I
speak up right
trust
now.
him?
Make an insight check.
At this point, I'm more asking, do I trust Nemesis?
At
You
this
trust
point,
yourself?
can I just speak up?
yeah. What are you saying there?
I'm sorry about them, but we actually have a reason to be heading where we are.
The whole point is to not tell him.
Oh, do you
Like,
now?
that's why
I'm
we're
lo-
being coy.
And look, each
Well,
trust Dom on this one.
everybody, we have a goal here, yes, but there's no reason why we couldn't help him, right? And I'm addressing the party. I'm not addressing Rond at all.
Yeah.
Oh, are you
we-
like just kind of like gone away to sort of like have a bit of
Well,
a team puddle?
not
Or-
I'm not like actually excluding him. I'm just talking to everybody else. He
Okay.
can still hear this. but-
Guys, can you please let me do this? You forget forget what the things I specialize in.
What do you mean, Delson? I just think we could.
No,
help.
I'm saying this out of character.
He specializes in being a nerd.
Please stop
Well-
calling people by their names. It's easy to say fortunes, but please.
I fucked up.
I'll because it appears to be like a crosswise
it's a-
with in character, out of character. I'll let that
Yeah,
particular
yeah.
one slide.
But yeah, like Dom, I think, if we can help this guy and he's willing to help us, sure, why not, man? I know
I thought literally one of the rules was
don't trust anybody, but we still don't
anybody,
trust
don't get
him.
involved in fucking fairy politics.
Yeah.
Well,
I
It was-
mean,
it was-
he hasn't said
He said
what we're going to do, and also he hasn't. It isn't like a deal; it's a fate.
He is.
So
He is.
tech-
But is
yeah,
nobody
he's
else
trying
thinking
to,
how
no,
long it's
he's
going to
trying
be?
to make a deal or a promise, and
Oh,
both
yes,
of those things
yes,
are things where
I fully realize this.
Yeah.
But by the
Yeah.
logic of our dumbass characters, they're like, "Oh yeah, this is a good idea."
Yeah,
Is
like,
somebody else thinking we
that's
don't
why
know
I
how
want to
long
have
already
this
to hang
conversation
out?
in game so
Yes,
that it
yes.
makes sense. Yeah, that's why I'm like, what do you mean, Delson? Do you trust this man? And this is maybe a lean in sort of whisper. This is a
Okay, yeah.
I lean in and I'm like, Delson, do you trust him?
I'd rather not keep Wild Talent Tribe waiting. We did promise to help them, and
Okay.
I do
How
have a
about this?
family member marrying into it.
How about this? We don't all have to be part of this deal, just one of us. I could do that. I will promise to help him, and you can help me. That way it's only me who's on the line.
Victor, you're a good friend.
Paul is
know
like
what
looking
you're
around, he's like,
Right.
okay.
Mm,
So, Rond, what is it
Yes?
you're here for? You're a protector, a guardian. What would you ask of us?
I'm not. I wouldn't call myself a protector. I mean, I've got a sword, but that's more of a self-defense thing, and in case anything bad comes from, those bad places, they tend to ignore me quite a bit. But I'm not much of a fighter. So, what I'm thinking is, I will lead you to the Crimson Forest, and potentially escort you back to where you want to go. In exchange, you just gotta help me with a few things. Nothing particularly bad. Just a few maintenance tasks and all that.
And what would these things be, though?
Oh, cleaning some foliage, clearing out... there is a vein of copper that is being infested by some tunneling creatures. Not too sure, but I know Corrids really like their ore, so probably want to poison it and kill it before it eats them. No action from us. I've got the powder here, and he pulls out a small sack that's just kind of like got some powder and such on it. As I said, no fighting whatsoever. I can promise you that you won't have to fight the thing that's in the copper ring. Just need to feed it.
Well, I would ask you, Rond, then, if I am going to make this deal, can I trust you? And I know the answer is no, but...
Oh, you wound me, Victor. You wound me.
No, I don't wound you. I know where we are. And I believe no matter what deal I make, it will be twisted, and so I would like to be clear with you, Rond. This is not a question of deals. This is a question of, if you screw with us, if you hurt us at all, me and my friends, you will have the full wrath of all of us. And I'll just gesture at everyone, sort of vaguely. I'm like, you can see us.
Picking
There's
my
far
nose.
more of us than you. And I know you might think you rule this place, and then telepathically in his mind, I'm said, but you do not.
Oh, that's a good trick, Victor. Definitely a good trick.
Does he get intimidation?
Can I?
Make an intimidation
this is working
check.
up to me wanting to have an intimidation check at least.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a big roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
So, looks at all of you. Well, I thought you were a fun-loving sort.
We are, as long as you are.
Oh, I'm all about the fun, lad. I promise you that I'll get you where you want to go. If it's the Crimson Forest, I'll do that. And I promise I won't harm you.
We will assist you
Yes,
in
that's
what
fine.
you have to do.
That's fine.
This is still your
Alright.
job.
Of
We are
course,
simply
I'm not
helping.
telling you to take my job from me.
I look at everybody else. Does this sound fair?
I think it's a fair deal.
We should get this deal written down.
Fair enough.
He fulfills his end of the bargain, we fulfill ours, and then we go on our way. If it's broken, then there's consequences.
Of course.
As I say, there's 2 or 3 jobs that I gotta do. You help me with the one of them, I do the other one that's nearby. We get my jobs done sorted, I take you to the Crimson Forest.
Very well.
Alright.
Okay, who wants to hold the poison powder then?
Wow.
Do you want it?
I can do it because I'm not immune to poison, but I can heal poisons.
I'm kidding. I'll hold on to it until we're there. Since you said, my apologies, but you said you don't trust me, so I think it's only fair I don't trust you with stuff to do me job.
I've got dwarves can hold poison.
To be frank, Ron, sorry.
Ron.
We only assume that you are working on the same rules as us, and I would say you should not trust us either. I don't trust you, and you don't trust us, and so we have a mutual understanding.
Vicky, that's what he just said.
Oh, I like that nickname. I'm gonna call you Vicky from now on.
Oh, joy, it's Icky Vicky back.
All right,
Yes.
if you say so.
Anyways,
Well, as I say, we'll need to take a bit of a detour. But I promise you, I'll be able to get you to the Crimson Forest in day and a half, 2 days, depending on how quickly the job goes.
All right. Yeah. I guess that's fine. I mean, we have 2 weeks. Hopefully.
Who knows what time actually is
Yeah.
here? So at that point,
Yeah.
worrying about it is.
It may have already been 2 years, guys.
All right.
I
well,
mean, yeah.
fire on, quickly. The sooner we get this done, the sooner we can get you to where you need to go.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
With our untrustworthy, unreliable guy.
Can everyone just put their fake names into chat really quick so we can actually remember them?
Which
thing
chat
is, though,
over there? I'm Victor.
I mean, I didn't even say a name.
Yeah,
Yeah. Some of us don't have them.
Okay,
didn't
anyone who
introduce
does have a
myself.
fake name.
Yeah.
Lucy works for Fortune so well, and I love it.
I mean, she has a stupid last name to go with it. It's Lucy Lore.
Yeah, but like Lucy is Lucius, which is the son of the devil, which
Yeah.
is like Omen and the Antichrist and all that sort of stuff. That's
that
why
is
Lucy's
absolutely
works.
not what I was going
It's not
for.
no, it's not what you were thinking, but it's so perfect.
Just roll with
She
it.
knows
roll with
exactly
it.
who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
You gotta roll with it. You gotta.
All right. So, you begin to follow your new guide through the forest. If anyone wants to make a perception check to check the surroundings, feel free to do so.
I'll
Okay.
do so.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, just to make it work for everybody, let's have everyone make a perception check.
Okay.
Since everybody wants to see what the hell's going on in this weird place.
Yeah.
I just vibe.
Just want to vibe. Yeah, Nem.
Proud of you.
You're doing great, sweetie.
All right.
Ooh. Poor Valeth.
About halfway, about half an hour into your journey, you're following another stream, but this one's got like roots that are sort of like dipping in, and as you sort of like step over, Valeth then, because we'll go by the first perception there, Trofnar, your foot catches on a root, and as you trip and fall, you then start to feel yourself get dragged back. Those of you turn around see that one of the trees has actually like grabbed them by the leg and just sort of like froze the two of them. I need the two of you to make acrobatics checks.
Me and Trotner.
Yes. Oh,
Could
and
you make it for
Delson.
me? I'm away from my computer.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, Delson needs to make one as well because he rolled pretty low on the perception.
Okay.
All right. So, the three of you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, halved for Trofnar and Delson. As you sort of like get flung and landed. Rond, you see, so like, as with the creaking, has turned around, has ran back to the trees, and it's like just hammering on him as they're sort of like reaching out towards him, saying, "Oh, you tough bastard, leave him alone!"
Well, then. I take it this is what you take care of.
In a way, more of the land, less of the trees. The trees sort of do what they want, but we look after the land, so... kinda?
Right. And you just beat on them?
Oh, he's fine. He's too big to notice it, ain't you? He, like, hits it again. And you just see, like, its roots sort of, like, move slightly, but it sort of, like, goes back to dipping into the stream. Right, okay. Well, you should have seen when you're flying, though. That was funny.
What?
When they were flying. thing, picked them up and threw them. They're like a bunch of rag dolls.
Tossed.
Yeah.
Tossed. All
Hey,
right.
flying through the air.
For a second, I thought they were flying trees.
Oh no. No. They're too big.
So what's small
yes.
enough to actually fly?
Oh god.
Well, I know it ain't trees. But, pixies, fairies, sprites, oh, there's these ones that look like fairies that are really quick. Quicklings, I think they're called.
I described to him the thing that I saw last night.
Oh, that was a pixie. Definitely a pixie.
Do you know if any of them like teeth?
I can't say I personally know many pixies. They're a bit mischievous. Wouldn't surprise me.
Right.
Why
Great.
Well, now I just want to leave a pixie a dagger as a gift.
did one of you lose a tooth?
No, fortunately.
Fortune,
But
but
it appears that something stabbed me and tried to take one out.
oh, you didn't get pixie blight now, did you?
What?
It's a sort of like a magical illness. It's sort of how should I put it? Your gum, is it fully healed or?
No, it's swollen.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
Do I trust a word of what this ass is saying?
Make an insight check.
To be fair, actually I shouldn't say that.
Well,
I'm sure it's just irritation.
they say that. They say that thing you lose your rocker.
Great.
Here. Yeah. He's like reaching into his various satchels, and then he pulls out. It looks almost like a moss. Here, just put that against your teeth. Ignore the smell. It'll be fine.
I don't know if I want to stick this in my mouth.
So you
I guess I'm gonna do it anyways, because
Okay.
chaotic numb.
Yep.
Okay.
Your gum stings, and it smells of
God.
almost smells like a swamp almost.
It's made of Trothnar essence.
Oh my god, that just makes it worse.
No, don't worry. Now, don't worry. We need to replay it maybe 2 times
well.
probably, and you'll be right as rain. Right. Let's continue on. Watch yourself for any of the roots. And he heads to the front and starts moving. So, you follow on.
Nemesis just suffering.
You follow on for about another 2 to 3 hours. And he sort of turns around at this point. Right, so we're coming up to the bits where I gotta do my work. He sort of points to a clearing that's over to the north. I'm gonna be over there, just cleaning some foliage, and over there, he points to another bit that you can see there's a bunch of rocky outcroppings. That's where you guys got to do your thing. So, who wants to hold the poison powder for real this time?
I'll look after it.
All right, pass it over to you, Troth now. So, you just gotta listen in. This, whatever creature it is very loud. So you're probably going to hear it echoing from wherever it's burrowed into. You just got to find where it's sort of burrowed into. And just pour some poison powder into it. Best get all of them just in case it's got any young.
Oh my god.
But
What is it exactly we're after?
I don't know, I ain't seen it. I can't fit through that thing.
Did they not give you a description? Do we not have a description of at least the sounds it's gonna make?
It makes a snoring sound, that's all I heard. That's how I knew I had to go get some poison powder.
Okay. And this
So,
is by
Trotnar-
whatever, like, rocky alcove?
No,
or...
it's an exposed vein of copper, like a big lump of it.
Okay.
We got these creatures called corrids. They're kind of like your fellow here, points to Chuffnall, but much smaller and a lot more hairier. They love their metal. Absolutely love it. And to be fair...
They're smaller, they're hairier, and they love metal more than Trothnarr.
To be fair,
Oh my god.
the metal does ruin the aesthetic of the place, so they will happily mine it up. So we don't really want them getting killed by whatever's in here.
No one's more
Have
metal than me.
they
I've got to go.
evacuated?
What was that? I didn't quite hear you.
Sorry.
Have they evacuated for the time being?
They don't have a home. They just wander around, and if they find any rocks or metal, they take it.
Oh,
I'm just
Wait, so
being
why do we not
preemptive.
kill them?
No. We're not killing
No.
the Corrids. We're putting
Yeah.
poison powder into wherever this thing is that's burrowed into this lump of copper, so that it's dead by the time they get to it.
so that this thing doesn't kill them.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. Briar's got it.
All right. Yep, I understand. I am ready.
Are these things basically just like what elves think, like imagine when they think of dwarves?
I don't know. I've never seen an elf or a dwarf.
Was Trothnarr
now you're
asking,
thinking,
or
what
was
an-
Ed
That was
asking the
that was
Sky
Ed
God?
asking.
Oh, that was Ed asking. Potentially.
I don't know. It's pretty funny. All right.
All right. So, I'll be over there. Just come find me once you've done your job. Okay? And he heads off to this northern clearing that you can see in the distance.
Great. All right.
Okay, so
I
Trothnarr
could
will have the
use-
poison.
Aye.
I could use
And-
thaumaturgy and do harmless tremors, see if that wakes it up and brings it closer to us.
Well, I was thinking that perhaps Valeth could try to locate it.
Well, we have no description of it, and I don't know what it is. So I can't track it at all, no. But if it's close enough, I could see it under the ground for a moment, but...
All right. Then we'll go ahead and, I guess, go near, evaluate the situation, and go from there.
Okay. So you head towards this this opening and such. It's
Yeah.
rather wide open. A few of the trees appear to have been knocked down, or it looks like they've been broken down. So whether it's a case of old age, you're not too sure. But as you sort of approach the outcropping, you can see it's a very large. Who joined then?
I don't know.
I think Dirt Child's having some issues. Maybe he left and came
Yeah.
back.
Oh yeah, he says, "Oh
Yeah,
god,
he did-
everything's
oh
buggy
god,
for me."
everything's buggy.
Yeah, he did
Yeah, that's
say
probably it.
something about Pass Without a Trace, though.
Okay, if,
Alright.
are you going through stealthily then? I assume with Pass Without a Trace being cast?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if we have Pass Without a Trace, we should use it.
Okay.
Sneaky children.
Make a self check,
Yeah.
everybody then. I need to...
Disadvantage.
We'll add a plus
Could you make
10
mine for me, Kick? I'm
because...
not near my computer still, sorry.
Okay, yeah, sure, that's fine.
One.
I need to see what... Okay. So he's it's regular one. So it
Yay!
Wait, are we all stealthing?
sounds
Yeah.
like it. Jeez, Niles got a good roll.
Oh, I've got I've got armor on, so
Disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage, but plus 10.
Thank
Plus
you,
10.
Dark Child.
14.
Be right
Yay.
back.
15. Actually.
No, 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucky Stone.
Okay. So you feel that you're
Sure,
being
child.
very stealthy at this point. As you begin to get closer to you can see it is a large lump of copper. With some stone outcroppings around it. As you start to get close, you start to hear a low guttural snoring noise.
Okay. So, can we follow the sound at the very least?
Yep. So you get up.
Okay.
So you go up to this bit. You actually see that there's a slightly smaller lump of it. But where it is, you can see there's two large holes that the sound is coming the most from.
Okay. Then can Valeth use his sight thing?
Oh, he's muted at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure in theory, yes.
So
Yeah.
his gaze thing.
Yeah.
Ghostly gaze.
Okay. So he closes his eyes and opens them again. He, like, looking directly at the, oh yeah, because it's after a short or long rest, kind of obviously hasn't used it this morning and such, so, the copper doesn't fade.
It what?
It doesn't fade.
Yeah, like, you're looking through, like, the ground and such. The copper itself doesn't seem to fade.
Huh. It seems to be protected by the copper, I'm not sure. I can't see past it.
So,
You
what you're s-
mean the copper's magical or something?
Perhaps I know I can typically I can see through most things with this, but it stands out. I cannot perceive past it. It's interesting. I'm not sure. I don't see anything though.
With these things, is it like a two-path tunnel or a hole or?
It's like, you see one hole that's, like, partially obscured, and the other one is, like, full on in the open, yeah.
Okay. Can we gauge where the sound is coming from with, like, a perception check?
Not really. You don't know how far it is, you just know that it's originating from within this hole.
Okay. Then. Alright. Which hole do you guys want to try and go down?
Well, no. You can't go down the hole.
Oh, can we stick our hand in?
Yeah, it's like, you can stick your fist in, but that's about it.
That's all we need.
could we stick?
I stick
Could
my
we-
fist in the hole.
Okay.
I will. Yeah, I'll do the one that isn't as covered.
Okay, yeah, you do that. There is, like, a blast of hot air against your fist and such. As it's like, you're breathing, whatever it is snoring, it sounds like.
Would you like me to send Akasha in instead?
Yes, I think it's in there.
I will summon Akasha and send her inside.
Okay. So, as she passes in, make a strength check for her. Because as the thing breathes in, it actually, like, sucks her in a little bit.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Or are you not at your computer? Just want to check before.
No, I'm here.
Okay, alright, just checking.
Let me see what her strength would be. D&D, please react faster. Let you know. Okay, a -4. Okay,
So that is an 8.
Back.
an 8.
Alright. So,
Welcome back.
you just kind of watch as Akasha just, like, gets sucked in. It's crazy. I assume you're looking for Akasha's eyes while this is happening. You watch as the pathway gets much more narrow, and Akasha actually gets stuck in there.
Oh my god.
The rest of
Get over that,
you
Chloe.
watch the entire copper mound, like, just sort of, like, twitch, and you hear it,
Oh my god.
and you watch as the entire mound, like, raises upwards. You watch as a large, colossal wing unfurl from it, also copper in color. You watch as the ground sort of, like, raises up,
Oh, for
and
fuck's sake.
a long,
My-
draconic head sort of shows
for
up.
God's sake.
This is, now you realize, is a dragon, but it is one of gargantuan size. And
Oops.
you see it's just like until eventually it sort of, like, aims upwards. It exhales, and you watch as acidic mist pop out of it. I'm not even going to bother telling Akasha to roll because the damage that it would deal would be far
she died.
below. Yeah, no. So, like, looks around and sees you all. It just, like, tilts its head in confusion. So it's just staring at you.
That's it.
I'll speak up right now.
I would like to offer it some
We are-
rations.
Who are you people? Why did you...
You see, like, just exhales sharply out of his nose a few times, like he's still trying to clear something.
Ugh.
Why is there a dead cat in my nose?
Oh my god.
I'll speak up in Draconic. We are very sorry for disturbing your slumber. We had no idea that there was a very large copper dragon asleep over here.
Apologies, you must have woke me up, so I'm a little bit... Why and how and what?
Well, you see, my companions and I were told and convinced to help out a strange fellow who heard a bunch of snoring.
You see, like,
Yeah,
the
well-
dragon's face sort of, like, relax a bit.
Was it a man in a green tunic?
Yes.
Yes.
And what exactly did you do to me?
Well, nothing yet.
We stuck a cat up your nose.
he so like he starts. You see, like his head so like his neck so like twitches, and then you realize like he's actually laughing.
Oh, Ron, you devilish bastard.
Is he a friend?
You could say that. Me and him have been in a bit of a war of sorts. Not a dangerous one, mind you.
Are you sure? Because he wanted us to poison you.
Really now?
Aye, with this, and I take out the poison bag from that I was holding.
Drop the bag, please.
I do as he asks.
Right, and you see like the powder sort of like show up. He sort of like goes down to it. He just leans in, just sneezes.
Oh, it's not poison. Oh, that's not poison, my friends.
Oh my god!
For fuck's sake.
Is that just pepper?
It's dragon cocaine.
So he sort of like nuzzles it again.
Smell yourself.
I do.
Sure.
It is essentially a form of pepper.
For fuck's sake.
God damn it! This
We
prick.
got,
Fucking-
like, caught in this fucking...
pranked, yo.
Yeah.
Bam,
this
bam, bam, bam,
breakaway.
bam, prank.
There's a camera over there. There's a camera over there.
Oh man, you're on. You're on Punked. Where's Ashton Carter?
Get craft
Oh
done.
my god! Oh my god!
You see him like sneeze a few
God.
times.
Oh, that was... Oh, that was creative of him.
And here I thought that something was going to go horribly wrong.
He sort of like leans down and sort of lies back down almost, kind of just looks at you all, and you can see his eyes, which are now open, are like a pure like emerald green. And he's just kind of looking at you both. This is a fucking huge dragon. Like the one that you
Oh.
fought in the mine looks like tiny in comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm guessing this one isn't near as Meltner.
I mean, he looks a little bit like, thin around the bones, but he's not like feral
Yeah.
hunger kind of deal.
Does it still have like beefy dragon muscle.
Oh yeah. Now this is less of a dragon that's starving and one that like probably doesn't eat as much as it should.
Okay.
It's on a diet.
Someone give this dragon more bear.
So, where's Rond hiding then?
That way, pointing to where he went.
Yeah.
You sort of like look over.
Ron, you bastard! I'll get you for this one.
There's a bit of a pause, and then you see sort of like coming from the from part of the tree cover clapping is Rond. Oh, well, you know, I had to get you back for me last time.
What happened last time?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Oh, I do want to
We
know.
do.
No, you really
I
don't.
am kind of now.
No, you really, really. And the copper dragon sort of like looks at him.
He, might have threw him into a lake.
A lake.
Yes, threw him into a lake. Luckily, nobody in there, but he hates water.
Is that right now?
Ah.
I spent an age cleaning this off of all the forest gunk and. But hey, I got you back, didn't I, Nihilus? Did I not? Did I not? The copper dragon sort of like nods.
I suppose so. Oh,
And so like looks over the rest of you.
I don't know why you brought these younglings in.
Oh, well, it's, I'm helping him out, you see. I'm trying to, get him to, the Crimson Forest, that you wanted to get to.
And the river.
And the Misty River. Aye. Wait, hold on a second. I thought we only promised the forest.
We said the forest, yes.
Yes.
Oh, now
We've
you're
never
trying
said
to trick me. You don't trick Golderon, I tell you what, Ness.
No, not trying to trick you, just adding on to it because you lied to us.
I
What
mean,
if...
technically, it could have been a lot worse.
Aye.
It could have been a lot worse.
Aye. Your friend here could have killed us, eh?
I would say there's no harm, no foul, though.
You wish to go to the Crimson Forest? Why is this?
Yeah, Briar, why is that?
I just want to explore.
Oh, you just want to explore.
Yes, I do, Lucy. I'm sure that you know what it's like sticking your hands in things that you aren't supposed to.
Oh.
I think we're gonna have to have a little talk later, okay?
We'll see.
We'll see. How's that tooth doing?
How is my tooth doing?
It is stinging.
Oh my god.
Look away,
Secretly,
child.
Secretly, it
It's
was
okay,
fortune
your
in the
mothers are
middle of the
fighting.
night.
It's
Right.
stinging, and it looks like as if you've got like it has a bunch of spinach sort of in the bits of in the corners of your teeth. That kind of look.
This is awful. It's fine. This is fine.
Do you want a piece of cloth to clean that out with, at least?
No, I don't, because apparently I need it.
Aye. The pixie blight will be really bad otherwise. To be honest, you should be thanking me.
What does it do?
Makes you go crazy.
Okay, we're kind of already there. That doesn't help.
No, I mean, as in, you don't even know your own name, crazy.
I look over to the dragon and go, is he actually telling the truth here?
I wouldn't call it pixie blight, but yes.
Well, what do you call it then?
I just call it crazy.
And is this thing that he's given me actually helping? Or do I need to punch him?
He sort of like leans down.
Hard to tell. I don't get affected by it.
Could she still punch him anyways?
So, like, looks over.
I'd rather you not. I'd lose out on some fun then.
You mean that it wouldn't be entertaining to see him get a black eye?
I've seen people punch other people many a times in my year.
But yes, we want to go to the Crimson Forest.
You wouldn't really be going there for a reason of an exploration, would you? I can tell, like me, you are not from here.
Well, technically, it would be exploration, considering our motivations for going there. We'll have to search the place anyways.
What? He sort of, like, looks over to Rond, who's just kind of, like, standing there.
A moment, Rond.
And you watch he, like, raises his wing and sort of, like, puts a barrier between you and them.
I can tell that you don't quite trust him.
To be frank, I'm not sure if I would trust you either.
I would.
How did you get here? That should be the first question I should be asking.
Well, how did you get here?
How about a trade? How did you get here? I explain how I got here.
I suppose that's fair.
It is.
Delson, would you like to explain?
Yes. We're here because I asked a tribe of druids for help so that I could gain their wisdom to defend others in the realm of dreams. In exchange, we've been sent here to find some sort of artifact to stop a rampaging mechanical monstrosity.
I believe it's in the Crimson Forest.
From the information we've been told, that was the last place it was seen.
Well, I came for a rip in the plains when I was but a young dragon. I had my fun, but when I tried to return, the tear had closed, and any I found, I grew too big for.
I'm very sorry.
Don't be. I found Rond, and we've had our little game. One moment.
And he watches his sort of, like, wing that's sort of, like, been a barrier flicks backwards, and you hear, "That's shite!" and a loud thud.
Apologies, he likes to listen in when he's not allowed to. I would be careful in the Crimson Forest. That's all I should say. But I might know, or should I say Rond might know, who might have your little artifact.
Is that so?
He raises his wing so you can see Ron's there, so like picking himself up. He looks like he's been flung about 30 feet.
Rond!
Oh, hi.
You shall oppose your end of the bargain, and they're looking for an artifact there. Do you happen to know who might have an artifact?
Oh, you're not telling me to go to her, eh? He just watches the dragon just looks at him.
Right, okay.
Mhm.
This wasn't part of the deal. Dragon just continues looking. He's gonna make an intimidation check.
Stare.
Okay, that's what he rolled.
Prolonged eye contact.
Right, okay. I'll show him tomorrow, the hag.
What?
Why? So the Crimson Forest, we don't know who, but I don't know how to explain this in a way. Let's just say that, there's a hag there. One I don't like. Kinda wants me dead.
What did you do?
That's a
Is she
good
in-
question.
So it turns out she's not a fan of jokes.
Oh.
At least
It's like when someone does like something really like asshole-ish and then they're like, it was a joke, I swear.
It's a
least-
prank, bro. It's a prank.
Let's not say any more than that. I've done what
At
I've
least
needed to do. You've done the other part. Part of my job was to prank this big guy.
I wouldn't call that a job.
Yeah, it's a job to me. Nihilus is, he likes a good joke. Let's just say we got a bit of an agreement here.
Right then.
So, with that, I've done me cleaning. I've done me, other various things I need to do. So, all that's left is the Crimson Forest and Marla the Hag. You see, he gets very
I'm
shifty-eyed.
quite interested in seeing this Marla and getting her side of the story.
You're not gonna get her side of the story. Trust me.
will be interesting to say the least.
Look, if I'll take you to her, but I'm not going anywhere near her once I find where she lives. Our deal's done.
All right.
But I'll give you a bit of an advice here. She likes to work in deals, and unlike me and Nihilus, not the fun kind.
Which means we'll actually have to be careful with her.
Why? Well, guess we better be going. I'll see you later, Nihilus. You can see Nihilus at this point,
Voice
like his,
cracking.
you can see his voice is actually like, Nihilus's eyes are like closed at this point as he seems to go back to sleep. Whew. It's gonna be
They were
sad
cool.
when he's gone. Anyway, let's go.
That's like so depressing,
And
man.
Before we go, I would like to take Benny, the one-armed teddy bear that I took with me from Fortune's house, and like just put it under his claw. I know the teddy
Oh my
bear is really
God.
tiny compared to the dragon, but he deserves a friend.
He sort of like looks down at it. You sort of like see he opens an eye and he looks down at it.
keep it, child.
No, it's for you now. He's your friend. His name is Benny.
So like lifts his head up and looks directly into your eyes, and so like gives you a slight nudge.
I will treasure it greatly, and I'll return it back to you once you've done that. Rond? Oh, come on!
You see his eyes narrow and he sort of like exhales, and you see like a few puffs of acid come out.
Right, I'll bring the purple one back so that she can get her fucking bear.
You're gonna be bringing all of us back, buddy.
All right, fine, jeez. Hush.
And with that,
This is great.
you make your way further into the forest towards the Crimson Forest and to the apparent Marla the Hag. And even though it's 15 minutes early, there's not much else I can really have happen in 15 minutes, so we're going to call it good for the session. Yes, Mala, M-A-L-A.
Fucking. That was great.
That was a lot of fun.
I
Yeah.
have been sweating this entire time because I'm just like, oh god, I hope I'm not fucking stuff up.
Oh no, it was great. I had to sit there the entire time being like, you don't know what this thing is. You don't know what this thing is.
Yeah, because I know for a fact, like, this isn't a case of the Matthew Mercer effect. This is a case of we got two people that really love the Feywild in this.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Lord of the Hunt.
Yeah. I
Wait,
was
what?
like,
Holy crap, in
I
our
was like,
thing.
God, I have to ask these dumb questions, even though I know exactly.
Well, you don't know what twist I've done. For example, there's an ancient copper dragon in the Feywild, apparently.
Yeah, I thought that was like really good. It was not what I was expecting.
And it is legit an ancient
I
copper
was
dragon.
expecting like a big fuck you. But
And now
instead,
he
he's just an
has a
asshole
one-armed
producer.
teddy bear.
That made this session go from 100 to 200% better.
Plus, you guys encountered a nymph.
Yes, specifically a naiad.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unfortunately, there is no actual stat sheet for a nymph,
Yeah.
so I had to use the Abominable
nymph.
Beauty one, but I'm just there like, it's kind of the same.
Yeah, a nymph.
Oh, is that
Do
who
you not know what a
blinded all
nymph
of us?
is? Yes.
I did a few creative liberties. The blinding gaze is meant to only affect one person, but I'm just there like, well, I don't want to have a good nymph or I don't have I don't like the deafening voice thing. Because the deafening voice she could have done, and you could have all been deaf.
So what is Ron's?
You don't know.
Yeah, the way that he described it, it could be a collection of things, but I'm going to go with, for now, he is a human and or a changeling.
It's a human with a weird
Even though
nose and weird
changelings
eyes.
aren't- Yeah,
We're just
Yeah.
not gonna make
for
messes in
now.
case it turns out to be like the Revenant situation.
Fucking. But,
Meanwhile, I'm
So
just here
it's
like,
equal
I know what it
persona.
is.
yeah. It was too vague a description for me to make any calls. But
yeah, my guess is that it's basically just Igor from Persona.
that's what I thought.
But yeah, you
Or
guys
it's-
you guys very narrowly avoid an encounter, which would have been hilarious because half of you would have been blind.
Nice.
When you were bedding down for the night, because of that high investigation check, you avoided fighting Trents,
Oh boy.
God,
Yeah.
which you would have had half of
Tom.
you. Yes.
I need you to tell me because I need to make sure that you know. What's the difference between a pixie, a fairy, and a sprite?
Fuck.
I've had this question.
A pixie is a small, like a Tinkerbell-sized thing that is a
Mhm.
prankster.
Yeah.
They very much disregard, like, whether it's a good or bad thing. Certain pixies can be malicious. A fairy is a goody-goody two-shoes, and is a bit closer to, I think it's like 3 feet tall. A sprite is, I think it's just pure emotional energy.
You're close. Sprites take forms similar to pixies, but they can grow to the size of a normal human.
Mm-hmm.
And fairies can be good or bad.
Yeah, but typically
It
they're
depends
depicted as
on the
goody-goody
type.
two-shoes, and they're taller than
Yes.
pixies, I know that.
Yes, they are taller than pixies, and there's also a difference in their wings, where pixies have butterfly wings, fairies have dragonfly wings, and then I actually can't recall the sprites.
Oh, our Feywild expert here, not knowing about what wings a sprite has.
I didn't know this was from Feywild. I thought
I
this
thought
was you
Sprites
into like.
also had
Well-
dragonfly wings.
The Feywild stuff brings from mythology. I mean, a lot of Dungeons and Dragons is basically mythology, the game.
Okay, sprites have dragonfly wings too.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
why. Alright.
yeah. Dungeon Dragon is basically just like all world mythologies plus Lord of the Rings plus whatever plus like Gary Gygax's nightmares.
Yeah.
But Yes,
Gygax
I
is
wanted
improved
to make
on it.
sure that you knew. And also with the sprite's emotional thing, they can look into people's hearts.
That was it. Yeah, I know it was something
Yeah.
about emotions.
Yes, they
Yeah.
can look into people's hearts and basically read if they're like good or bad or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in D&D it's specifically like if you're not of a good alignment, they can paralyze you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember
So
that happened
watch
in.
out,
Oh wait,
Fortune.
you guys haven't watched Critical Role. Never mind. Critical Role, they go into the Feywild.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
Honestly,
yes.
the moment.
Good job,
Honestly,
Tom.
no.
Yeah. However, I did lose $5 a peach.
Fucking...
Really? What was the bet?
I was betting that once you mentioned glowing eyes underneath, I was betting it was a siren or something.
Nope. It was
Who
a
here
nymph.
does have a good alignment?
I don't think any of you do.
Well, Nem is neutral. But
Nelson's actually chaotic.
Niles
good.
is neutral.
yeah, I think like it doesn't affect you if you're neutral. But
It's
if
just
you're,
if you're a
like
bad
genuinely
alignment.
bad, yeah, if you are evil in any aspect, sprites can and will paralyze you because they are the goody two shoes. With fairies, it like depends on the fairy.